We keep coming back.
What's up?
We keep coming back, bro.
Keep doing it.
We keep fucking doing it week after week. It's like, we're still here.
Somehow. Philadelphia Beaners.
What up?
What up, baby?
What up, Philly? Meek Mill. You know what I'm saying? Other rappers, lots of rappers, and boxers, and lots of other sports, nigga.
Yeah.
Philadelphia cheesesteaks and fucking Philly. Thank you for coming to the shows. We met you.
Yeah, probably. And hopefully we had a good time.
Yeah, and now you're here for an episode. And now you're here. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we love you guys. Hopefully it was good.
Yeah. But before we get into the episode you guys came here for, I watched last week's movie finally.
He watched last week's movie.
I watched
because it's a
Barbershop.
podcast and there's a theme and there's rules and shit. So get on board.
Yeah, sort of figure it out as you go. That's how we're at it.
Fucking can't explain it every week, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. So I watched Barbershop for the first time.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was your job.
Yeah.
You never seen Barbershop with Ice Cube?
No. It was very funny. My God. My God. It made me like laugh out loud.
What got you, buddy?
Oh, man. Fuck Jesse Jackson. That part made me laugh out
Yo, cause
loud.
it's like, what?
Oh, the timing of that. The
So
timing of that was unbelievable.
Yeah, Cedric Entertainer's a bad comic, bro. That nigga's good as
Fuck
fuck.
Jesse Jackson. His voice too is hilarious.
Bro, he's so good.
How could? Yeah, dude. He was amazing.
Yeah.
But like
He plays a way older person than he is in real life. Like
yeah,
is in that movie.
Yeah, I think even when you were describing it to me, I didn't see it coming.
Yeah,
I
he
didn't see
plays
his-
like a old ass, like 70-year-old man.
I didn't see his voice like this.
Yeah.
Totally caught me by surprise. Also, really fun to do.
Yo, your voice is so ridiculously ridiculous. What was that?
It's like this a little bit. A little more,
Why
little
you
more
sound like, you
bass.
sound like a fat girl.
little more bass, obviously. I have a high voice. But
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, yours sounds like a really, really
yeah.
fat chick.
yeah, but
Yeah, bro, it's all good. But yeah, that was a very good impression.
I could also.
Fat girl.
I could also.
why man great till they go.
Coming in hot
You
today.
man on the Minnesota Vikings.
All right. No, but
What do you think of the barbershop? That's why we're here, dude.
I could see why the critics liked it so much too.
Yeah, well, I got.
I can see why this is like critically what they're looking for. It's a tight story. There's like character arc. There's character like Ice Cube
Character-
character.
he
like,
grows.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he grows.
grows. He grows.
He actually
and-
acts in this movie a little bit.
Yeah. And it's like, cause like so the reason why comedies I think sometimes struggle critically is because like sometimes to go way funny they go unrealistic. Obviously.
You go Ace Ventura, like with the two. That where
and,
it's like,
and critics have a big stick up their ass and they don't like that.
how do you not like a nigga dropping a raccoon
Right.
off a mountain?
Right. So, but critically, they're like whatever on that. A lot of the times, most of the times, critics.
That
critics
sounds
are
like
very,
monsters.
Critics are very self-important people. But this one, even the most ridiculous things were still in the realm of like reality. So it was like, oh, I can tell. Well, this is why the critics like this.
Yeah, no, this is real.
Yeah, this is real. It's just like a.
They
loan
rob an
shark.
ATM. It's a loan shark.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Fucking, all this. There's nothing too crazy.
No,
there.
the only thing that's like realistically ridiculous is how everything just gets sorted out at the end with the, you know what I mean? You know how like everything just gets like, everyone's like, yeah, you're right, the felon didn't do this, even though he's with the ATM in the chop shop, and
Oh my god.
and then this is black barber shop owner who lies to the police all the time, and he's in there too, but he found the ATM, so we're gonna give him the money.
Oh my god, I never saw the police department holes in this movie.
Do you think like the police department aspect of the story is like all those people at Chop Shop are going to jail? If this was the real justice system, if this was like how it really worked,
hold up. Not Ice Cube. Ice Cube called
Yeah.
him. Ice Cube called him.
Yeah, but he would be in jail until they figured it all out for a while.
No. Okay, my bad. Yeah. No, he's not sitting on the ATM going, hey, remember who found this?
Yeah.
No. He's sitting in cuffs at the car going,
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. I'm just a barbershop owner.
No, he would be fine at the end because it wouldn't be sorted out. But I feel what you're saying. Ricky would be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. Oh, Ricky is still
Ricky's
going
like,
to jail.
Ricky's like, yo,
Yeah,
dude,
Ricky's just
damn, we
fucked.
just bailed you out.
Yeah.
And you're here, and you're in with the ATM, and it was your bumper when we were there.
Yeah, and we're at a chop shop right now with this like sleazy loan shark guy.
He's probably the only guy that's gonna get away with this because he'll be
'cause
able to
he had
lawyer
money.
up. He's
Yeah.
the guy who'll be able to lawyer up. And
Yeah.
be like, man, look, and have the video evidence of them coming in.
Right. Yeah. No. That's literally the only ridiculous part of the movie. Also, Ice Cube is a fucking asshole. Like I know we're supposed to be like yeah, hero's journey, and you flipped it around.
No,
but
he's
like,
a piece of
dude,
shit.
Dude, what a piece of shit move to sell your dad's barbershop,
Granddad's
granddad's barbershop.
that long in the family.
Clearly a pillar in this community. Clearly. And then not even talk to anyone about it.
And it took you a day to be like, oh, this place is cool. A
Yeah,
day?
Yeah.
Wait, so you made this crazy rash decision?
You made 2 crazy rash decisions in one day. After your wife, who loves the shit out of you,
You knocked her up.
but also in the movie, she makes the she makes the better decisions. She's like, dude, you can't these get rich quick schemes or whatever, and I don't need the world. I love, you know what I mean? Like she makes the good, and you just don't even listen to her at all.
Yeah, dog.
Dude, Black Vince Vaughn. That's
In which movie?
at the breakup. You know where they're just like not listening to the girl when the girl is clearly right.
Yeah. This movie is a lot like The Breakup.
In that sense, he's a lot like Vince Vaughn in that
No,
sense. It's just-
absolutely.
yeah, where he's just like, dude,
Yeah.
why are you making these like rash, bullheaded decisions? You have employees. You have people who like need you for money,
Yeah.
and they just sell the barbershop without even telling them. That's some.
To just sell the barbershop. Also
Yeah.
to sell the bar. Like, it's like, bro, you obviously can't sell the barbershop.
No.
Like, you can do other ventures and like try to make more money, and that's on you, whether it fails or doesn't fail. But you can't sell the barbershop.
Yeah.
The barbershop got to stay in your family.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been too long.
Yeah.
40 years, dude.
Yeah.
40 years. Your granddad to your dad's whole life. You've only had it for 2 years. Your dad's been dead for 2 years, by the way. Let's
Yeah.
talk about that. Your dad's been dead for 2 years.
Now you have put the place in debt.
Because it was not. He gave it to you. It was fucking ahead. It was
And it's
equal.
like, hey, just run this shit. And you put it in debt.
Because you're a fucking get rich quick scheme. God, there's so many of those people, bro. Get rich quick scheme people. That's just like so real. Man, you get older, you start meeting them niggas. Oh my God.
Like, there's no, you know what? That's
You can just feel their energy too.
Yeah, and it's like, God damn, there's no real thing. That's not a real thing. Get rich quick is not a real thing.
It's luck, bro. Some people get
luck.
lucky. You thinking you can get rich quick? Nah, nigga. Are you lucky? That's
Well, it's like oh, I want this recording studio, and we're gonna pop off the next big artist. That's what he wanted, right? But it's like the recording studios that pop off big artists were probably like really shitty for a long time at first.
yeah, bro. Or you do. How many amazing platinum selling artists do you know that you're
Yeah.
about to nurture and build a studio? Like,
Yeah, in that-
what do you mean?
In that section of Philadelphia where these 2 guys can't figure out how to open an ATM machine.
Glad you brought that up. My favorite part of the movie.
Yeah.
The 2 guys. Do you
talk-
feel what I said about
Yeah.
the black wet bandits?
Yes.
Just
Well, we talked about this, how when they were on screen, the dopey sort of music came on.
it was very like Curb almost, like a boom, 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 boom. It let you know, like, hey, you're about to see a bumbling idiot.
Yeah.
And that's all. That is because it's like, oh, it's not. I don't want to say cheap. That's not the word. It's like an obvious way to let you know. It's obvious.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is clearly they're being dumb, but it works. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I mean that's how that and how they act is how you show the audience they're idiots without explicitly saying that they're idiots. So like as soon as you hear the music come on, you're just subconsciously you're like, okay, some stupid stuff is gonna happen.
Yeah.
This is stupid stuff music.
Yeah, bro. It's just funny.
It's that's what good movies
It's a
do.
basic
That.
comedy. You know what's crazy? There's nothing really crazy other than like he calls like Rosa Parks like a fucking bitch.
I mean, like it's a basic comedy in the sense of like story structure and all that stuff is not like nothing's gonna be like, oh, that was new and different, but it's like a great comedy because what they're saying is funny as
It's
shit.
really funny. No, everybody's
Everyone's really funny.
really. You see Fat Deion Cole?
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yo, that motherfucker got skinny as shit. I gotta watch that new special, man.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it yet either. I've seen a clip of it. It was so funny. But I know he's funny. We see him live all the time.
Yeah. That was but that was
how many so many comments. Yo, Ice Cube, I think, fucks comedians.
I think you're reading a little.
No.
You've definitely read that.
No.
Very wrong.
If you look at all of his movies, there's
Yes.
all these comedians that he's breaking off in it, right?
Right.
You He's fucking him in the
I
ass.
don't think that's the case, man.
He's
I think
gotta
he
be
just,
fucking him in the
I think he
ass.
just knows that if he wants a funny movie, you got to put great comedians in there.
Fair, true,
Right.
possibly.
Yeah.
Or he fucks them all in the ass. Is it not a possibility?
I mean, yeah, it's a possibility.
Okay.
Well, if you're gonna
This is a podcast about Spoil the Beans. It's all about possibilities.
and so if you're gonna use logic, I guess Ice Cube fucks comedians in the ass.
Or, like you said, maybe he just pops them off because he's a good director. We don't know.
Well, maybe he fucks them in the ass. You know what? You've got me, Ice Cube.
We don't know, but now I'm on your side.
Ice
I think
Cube.
it's probably just because he's a good director.
Way to fuck these comedians in the ass, Ice
Jesus
Cube.
Christ.
And that's Barbershop.
We're never going to get on anything. What up?
Beaners, this is your intermission right now.
Before we get into the episode you are here for, really quick, thank you for listening. We
Yes,
love you.
We do. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. Rate and review this podcast on iTunes.
Please rate and review. That stuff matters. We could use the help, and we would appreciate it.
Yeah, tell your friends about the podcast. We know you love it.
Tell your friends about the podcast. We know you love it. You keep going back and listening to old episodes. That's
Yeah.
how we know you love it. We appreciate that.
And follow us on Instagram at Spoil the Beans, and then you can find our individual Instagrams. We're linked on everything. Follow
Derek
us from there.
Poston, Sanamad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and shout out to Greg Scamato for making our theme music. If you want some more samples from him or maybe help from him, check out gregcanhelp.com.
Yep.
Yeah. And now back to your future presentation.
Yo, welcome back. We doing another motherfucking movie, baby.
Yeah, we are.
God, I hate when you sing. Let me sing.
What?
God, you're a piece of shit. Guys,
What
we have
piece of
dates.
shit?
We got dates. We got some motherfucking dates where we do stand-up comedy. That's what we actually do. The podcast is another thing.
Yeah. I am going to be in New York between.
Are you gonna be in New York, Hassan?
I'm going to be in October 22nd to November 3rd. So just look on my Instagram. I'll be posting shows as they come. But on Sunday the 27th at 10, I will be having a showcase at Caroline's. So come on out.
That's the big. If you want to come see him for sure,
That's the one.
that's the one. What was say it again, buddy? Which one?
Caroline's Comedy Club at 10 o'clock on Sunday, October 27th.
Awesome. And if you want to catch your boy and you are in the California, Los Angeles area, I will be October 24th at the Ice House with Mr. Brendan Schaub, and Brian Callen for The Fighter and the Kid and Friends. And if you want to see Hassan and Derek Poston back together again after he's back from New York, you will see us November 14th through 16th at the Dallas Improv in
Yeah.
Addison, I believe. The Addison Improv in Dallas, however that
I think
goes.
those are two different things, right?
That's what it says.
Okay. Well, we'll be around
but
Dallas.
yeah, it'll be one of those. Because
Yeah.
I think it's Addison and Dallas are like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? It's like a weird thing that goes on there.
Okay.
You know what
Okay,
I mean?
it's like
You know,
one of
some
those.
places are weird. Remember how we were in
Oh,
Cincinnati, but we were in what you call?
We were in Bumfuck or whatever.
Yeah, we were in Bumfuck, but they were
Yeah,
like, it's
Liberty
Cincinnati.
Township.
And they were like, but it's Cincinnati. Like, no, it was called Bumfuck. It was
Yeah,
the whole thing.
yeah.
And then also, the week after that, after Dallas, November
21st through the 23rd, we will be at Wise Guys. Hey, what you talking about?
Hey, Wise Guys! We'll be at the motherfucking Wise Guys
Hey.
in Utah.
Salt Lake City, baby.
Salt Lake City
Hey.
motherfucking Wise Guys, eh?
Hey.
Come on out, you fucking Utah beaners. And Utah Mexicans are also welcome to come out. Guys, we know why you're here.
I don't.
He does. He's the only person who doesn't know what this episode is. You all do. And you all are looking at the screen like, how is this an episode? Well, this is why we have the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, for episodes like this. Hassan Ahmad,
Yes.
can you tell me what you think happens in the movie you've never seen? Philly, I'm doing it for you. Rocky.
It's Rocky time.
You think I wasn't going to do this for you, Philly?
Oh, wow.
You new Philly Beaners. You wouldn't think the
Oh,
boy was going to
wow.
throw you a bone? Also, how the fuck has he not seen Rocky?
It's Rocktober, baby. That's what it comes.
Rocktober. You never know when I'm hit you with a Rocky, but I hit you with it in a Rocktober.
Oh, fuck. All right.
He's seen Rocky 4, just to give the new Philly Beaners some, because you don't know.
Yeah.
We'll give you, they all know. Our real Beaners, true Beaners know what's up.
Yeah.
He has not seen any of the Rocky movies other than Creed's.
Yeah, I've seen both Creeds.
He's the man. That's why we love him, guys. Don't get mad at him. You're mad at him right now. I know that's your visceral reaction in your gut, but that's okay. You get past it, and then you appreciate how a human being could have missed such a phenomenon. We're talking about one of the most. Hold on.
Sorry.
This is a big one. This is a big one.
Yeah, this is.
We're doing Rocky.
This is a big one. Yeah.
He's only seen Rocky 4, guys. He's only seen Rocky 4. I started with Rocky 4 because, as you all know, it's the best one. As you also know, no matter what the rest of the Rockies are, you saw the best one.
Only movie I've seen with a robot butler that fucks.
Come on.
Yeah, that shit is.
We're talking about written songs for Russia and America fighting each other.
East versus West.
Man versus man. So you know why it's the greatest movie. That's the best movie of all time.
Yeah.
But today, we're doing Rocky. He hasn't seen it, guys. I don't know how to explain it other than explaining to him the movie. But first, Hassan, as always, tell me what you think happens in the 1976 Best Picture winning Rocky.
These ones are the least fun for me because I know everyone's just mad.
Oh God! I mean, this one I hope you can feel it through the camera.
Yeah, it's like, I like it better when I have no idea what it is and I can just sort of figure it out. You know what I mean? Or for something silly like Cars 3. But now,
Think about this. There's people from Philadelphia who grew up seeing the statue, not the movie, beyond the movie.
Yeah.
The statue their whole life.
they run up the steps.
That's how much it's in their life.
Right.
You haven't seen it.
Right.
Tell us what happens in Rocky. What do you think? He doesn't know.
Oh man. All right. We start on this down and out guy, Sylvester Stallone, Rocky.
You know he's in it.
Yes, we know he's in it, and he he knows he's a boxer. Knows he can be a great boxer, but life is hard or whatever.
Oof.
Yeah, you know how it is. And then he gets in with the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow, like the Mickey's gym or what I think that's what it's called, and he's like, maybe he starts to like cleaning it or whatever the fuck.
Oh, starts from the bottom. Now we're here, Drake style. I love it.
Yeah. And then he starts training, and then Mickey's like, oh, this guy's got something.
Uh-huh.
This guy's got the thing. Yeah, talk like this.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. And then, at some point he meets a girl, and there's like a whole side story about his.
You remember the girl, right?
Yeah, Adrian.
Okay, but I was about to say, everybody knows the girl's name.
Yeah. And there's like that's like a whole side story on how that relationship moves through his boxing career.
Okay.
And then he wants a shot at Apollo Creed or whatever. He wants Apollo Creed shot, but
I want you, black man.
But nobody believes in him.
Oh.
Yeah, and then
That's
then
sad.
Rocky wins a few fights. Yeah, wins a few fights.
Whoa.
And then it's like he gets his shot. He finally gets a shot at Apollo Creed, and the training montage, Eye of the Tiger.
Oh, come on, baby.
Yeah,
Give it to me.
Steps.
They have a statue for it. Got it. Yeah. Steps.
And then he.
Nothing will get you ready for a fight like steps.
Yeah. He gets in the ring
Uh-huh.
with Apollo.
Real name.
Carl Weathers.
And for our real British Shaw fans, that was for you.
Yeah. And then the fight goes for many rounds. There's no defense being played, but the fight keeps going for
What do you
many.
mean no defense? Hold on. Just to explain to our, what do you mean no defense?
It's just face shot
Oof.
after face shot. And then so Sylvester Stallone takes a couple, and then he puts his arms down so Apollo can get a couple in. And he puts his arms down so Rocky gets them in.
Oh man, it hurts.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think, but no.
Yeah. I guess in the 70s, you didn't have to play defense at all. Boxing was a different sport.
Yeah, man. Yeah, all the way through to now, because apparently, I mean, if you saw Creed, they're still doing the same techniques.
Yeah, where it's like, man, once one of them figures out defense, they're gonna ruin
all the movie fight boxing will be ruined.
Yeah, the Rocky cinematic universe will be ruined by a guy just like this.
Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah. Not even Floyd
Oh, yeah,
Mayweather.
'cause he ruined
just
actual
some
boxing.
guy who could put his hands up like
Yeah.
that, and then that's it, bro. The Rocky world wouldn't know how to handle that. Yeah.
So how's it end?
He loses the fight, but he gains the respect of the nation, and him and Apollo become friends.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Or maybe they don't become friends yet, or who knows? I think they become friends.
How's your
probably.
movie? This is your movie.
Oh yeah. They don't become friends.
They don't become friends
No, they're
yet.
still enemies.
Enemies.
Yes, they don't become friends till the second movie after.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
But that's your best picture winning, Oscar winning movie
Yes.
that you just said.
Yes.
Okay. Nice.
Right?
I will admit that was a little better than your movie.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Your movie just, you know what it is? It's not that your movie's bad. It's just This is literally one of the greatest movies, if not the greatest movie of all time. What you said was like, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I guess. You know what I mean? This is, bro, writing, directing, Oscar down the line. You know what I mean? Everything.
Yeah.
Just acting. I mean, he was made for this.
This was his movie.
He wrote this.
Yeah.
He produced this. He was this.
Made him a star, baby.
It made him a star, but it made him Rocky's
It's still it's
icon
Stallone in general too.
Yeah, I mean, of
Stallone's
course.
an American
But I'm
icon.
talking about just focusing on Rocky Balboa.
Right.
There's a statue of a movie person
That is
in
crazy.
a city
That is crazy.
that's had real champion boxers.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's like that's like also just it's so amazing that you get to see this one because I was watching this movie today and I mean because sometimes I'll watch a movie and I'm just watching it and I'm loving it because it's nostalgia or whatever. This movie, I mean, I've seen it a million times, but I was loving it today because it was like Rudy, where you're just like, damn, I love this movie. Like heart, you know what I mean? The moment
Right.
it starts, just heartstring, just because you're like, oh yeah, this is one of the greatest movies of all time for a reason. Movie starts. Rocky comes across the screen really fast, right? Fades out. November, Philly, 1975.
Okay, we're in it.
We're in it, baby.
It's not the 90s.
We see not the 90s.
It's not the 90s.
Not the 80s also.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I guess 70s. They just kind of got into it.
We see our lead. We see our boy immediately. He's in the ring, middle of a fight. Fight's already
right.
going.
Oh shit.
Fights happening.
here.
Shitty venue. Shitty venue. He's at a open mic level venue for
Okay.
boxing.
So like a couple people in the stands.
Peabody's.
Yeah.
No, there's people there.
Okay.
But they're just shit.
Okay.
If that makes sense, like just dirty looking gambling people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just kind of outside the ring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's taking punches. People are booing and yelling at him, blah, blah, blah. He's also, this movie's way more believable than the Rocky 4.
Yeah.
Because in all that kind of stuff later on. Because in this movie, he looks like a regular boxer. He's in great shape.
Yeah.
He is not shredded like a movie star.
Oh, they're not all clearly on steroids?
No. In this movie, he looks like a regular boxer. He looks like a
Okay.
boxer. He looks
Okay.
like any boxer you'd see. He looks like a fucking boxer. You know
Okay.
what I mean? And Carl Weathers too. They're just both they're both look great. They're just
Okay.
both in absolute great shape.
Okay, because in Rocky 4, they look like a movie version.
No,
of
they're not
boxers,
carved.
for
He's
sure.
not carved in there.
Yeah.
There's fat on him in this movie.
Okay,
Both
okay.
like you could grab. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
they look like humans.
Okay.
This is why this movie won Oscars. Clearly right. But okay, we'll get to that later. So, round ends. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
he goes over to his corner. Clearly has no relationship with his corner.
Okay.
That makes sense. Like
Yeah,
these
yeah.
people are clearly for hire. Like
Right.
they're just kind of just not really paying attention to him. He's not talking like they're talking like they just don't care about him. He doesn't really care to listen.
Right.
You can just tell. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then go back in. He's taking blows to the face. No defense. No defense. No defense. No defense. No defense.
I'm glad that even when the movie was great, there's one consistent thing.
Yeah, bro. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
that's as an audience member, you're like, well, let me see him get hit.
Yeah.
I gotta see him get hit in the face. I don't want to see this nigga duck and dodge.
Yeah, like win on points.
And another win by decision. It's like, damn, that's how the movie starts.
Yeah, like a split decision win too.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So movie shot so gritty also, which I
Right.
love. And he's Rocky, like the dude headbutts him, right? You can tell it's just a dirty boxing venue.
Right.
Ref doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
And then Rocky gets pissed, he's bleeding, and he fucking just hits the dude, and like he hits him dirty, and then he fucking starts like drops down to his knees and hits him like maybe 6 times before the ref finally gets him off. Dude's completely knocked out cold. I mean, it's vicious. It's fucking dark. It's legit. I was watching this shit like, damn,
That's
nigga.
dark. That's dark.
It was dark. And then the crowd's, he wins. Obviously, the crowd's booing and cheering.
Right.
And literally as they're walking out, then people are walking into the next ring for the next fight.
Right. Okay.
Like it's just no one gets, these aren't
Yeah,
even real
just
humans.
blood on the mat. And,
Yeah, these aren't real humans.
Right.
This is just
This is like too much.
gambling.
Okay.
You know?
Yes, okay.
Yeah, this is just dirty. And so on his way
So
out.
it's an underground fight. for
Yeah,
sure.
oh yeah. And on his way out, he asked somebody for a cigarette. And he's and they like literally gets to bum a cigarette from a guy in the audience.
Right.
On his way out of the ring.
Funny.
He gets to oh great, right? People
Yeah.
are like, "Hey Rock, you're a bum. You're a bum. You lost me money." And he walks off, So he puts on a dirty ass robe, Italian stallion, dirty ass letters on the back. You already our Philly Beaners don't know. Sports movies. The rest of our true Beaners know what's going to happen at the end of this movie. So you new Beaners who don't know, He cries every sports movie.
Yep. Even Babe.
It's unanimous. Hardball too. Mm-hmm. If you throw sports in the movie, it's gonna fuck up our boy.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So, because I said that with the dirty robe, and you were there. See what I said? But when I was watching the movie, same thing. I was like, nigga, I was just like, nigga, I forgot. I gotta remember all this.
Yeah.
I'm fucking watching this movie. So he's in the locker room he's literally in the locker room, it's small with the guy he just fought.
Yes.
All right, they're in a small, shitty ass little locker, and the guy's laying down. He's fucked up, and Rocky's sitting, and he goes, "Hey, Rock, you know you got lucky. It was a lucky fight, you know." And then Rocky just looks at him and just doesn't say anything, you know. And then the guy comes in and he goes, "All right, I got both of your money." You know, he's like $100 for. $100. It was like $100 or $75 for Rocky or 80 something, and then like $40 for the loser. And then he goes with the Spider and he goes, "All right, Spider, here's your $40, but I need $2 for this, $3 for your cut man, $4 for this person, $2 for the legacy costs and venue for your man, your boxing the agency, and you end up with $17.20. Rocky, you won the fight, blah blah blah. He's your cut man, blah blah blah. You end up with $40.55. They're both fucked up, bro.
Oof.
All right, and then Rocky goes, "When can I fight again?" And he goes, maybe about 2 weeks, Rock, all right? Give me a call then. And then the other boxer's just laying there fucked up. Credits start rolling.
Fuck.
Come on, baby.
Fuck.
Pacing.
Fuck.
Pacing.
Fuck. Can I guess how long?
How long?
2:27.
2.
Like 2?
On the money.
Oh.
He knew it. Sylvester was like, "I know what I'm going for this one." He was like, "I wrote this to be a specific way. I want it to be a specific way. And that's how we doing it."
It's crazy that you wrote this.
Crazy.
Right?
The dude can't talk.
Yeah. Dude, you ever listen to him and be like, dude, what the fuck? This guy wrote one of the greatest movies of all time.
Bro. Yeah, up there. Yeah,
Crazy.
I mean,
Crazy.
and then as far as money-making franchises, also wrote one of the. It's like, how did you do? How'd you turn one of the greatest movies of all? Like, whatever. He's a phenomenon.
Yeah,
he's a phenomenon.
You turned like this would be like Rocky would be like if the first Fast and the Furious was one of the greatest movies of all time.
Yeah, you get it.
That's
now
what
you're
Rocky
on
would
pace.
be. Yeah.
If the first Fast and the Furious was Pulp Fiction,
Yeah.
you would have been like, bro, they really made that another thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be also like, if Rudy just became like the Friday Night Lights, the show.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
It's just like, wow. To get from how that movie started to how the other movie started. how like, because I know how Rocky 4 went.
Exactly.
So to how that movie started to just even get there is hilarious.
How do you get to the Russian, dude?
Yeah, the Russian. The first half of Rocky, the first like 5 minutes of Rocky 4 wasn't just a recap of Rocky 3.
Yeah, the writing, he got real lazy with it. Yo, Sylvester, I'm just, because clearly you put your heart and life and soul into this. And then, you were like, yo, we got to pump these bitches out.
Yeah, we gotta make these money.
Oh, and he did, baby.
Oh yeah, he did. And then he
fucking
did that with Rambo too. I never seen Rambo.
And then he did it again with Expendables. They made 3 of them.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
how
God.
do you do this?
Yeah, this guy's a machine. This guy knows what people want to watch.
That is true. Say what you want about his movies. Like, he knows what people want to watch.
Well, but that's the thing about him. It's like the difference between him and like let's just say
He hasn't seen Rambo's, by the way, guys.
I haven't
Just
seen
prepare
Rambo.
yourself. Prepare yourself. Calm down. Calm.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
What's it called? The difference between him and like some other guy who like pumps out like just like these sort of series that like come out real quickly and just so like maybe like a Tyler Perry type.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is that the first one that he makes in those series are like considered some of the best movies of all time.
Yeah.
So he's sort of then by Rocky 4 you're like, whatever.
Yeah, you let it pass.
Yeah.
He gave you some Oscars,
Whereas Tyler Perry, people just make fun of consistently.
It's good.
Yeah.
So-
Tyler Perry is if Sylvester Stallone were all Rocky 4s.
Yeah. And you know what? What's the best Rocky? You see what I'm saying? So it's like I'm not mad at Tyler, dog. You make your money. He's walking home in the dark.
I'm
Credits
never
are
gonna
rolling.
work in this town.
Oh, dude, I am. Tyler Perry. That's the only person who's going to hire me. No, bro, we up, people. We just talk too much.
Yeah.
We just say things where it's like, bro, you didn't have to say that many niggers and faggots.
Yeah. Oh man, Jesus.
Like right
Christ.
there, I didn't have to say it.
You didn't
did I?
have to say it. You really didn't.
But it's like, it's a fucking word. So, Rocky,
Right.
across the screen. He's walking home, and you hear these like a what's it called? Like a doo-wop group on the corner. You know what I'm saying? 70s. You know
Yeah.
what it looks like. And they're singing "Take It Back, do 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 do, take it back, yeah. Take it back. And he's walking by and credits are rolling. You know what I mean? He's like, man, you guys, look at you guys, man. You're getting better every year. Oh. Oh, Rocky's talking in the movie now. And so he gets home to his little shitty ass place, you know, and it's disgusting. Little ratchet as fuck. And he's talking to his turtles. He's got 2 turtles, right? And he's like, your old man did good tonight. You know, you should have seen me. And then he's looking at he feeds his turtles. He's feeding them. And he brings over his little fish. He's got a little fish, calls it Moby Dick. And he's like, oh, man, if you guys could sing a dance, you know, I wouldn't be doing this, you know? He's all beat up. And then he's looking in the mirror and his face is fucked up. And in the mirror is like a picture of himself as a kid. And he gets like lost looking at the picture of himself. And then he's looking back at the mirror. Great shots. Great shots. Phenomenal. Director won Best Director. I mean,
Right.
Just these little things. Like, damn. And then the pacing also feels like if I had to compare it to any other movie I've seen, but I mean, they came around the same time, so I'm sure that's why it's exactly like The Godfather.
Okay.
Real slow. Something ain't always happening. You feel me?
Right. It's all about like the mood of
What's
shot.
going on? Yeah,
Yeah.
something ain't always got to be going on. It takes its time, you know. So the next day he's at a pet store.
It stays in the pocket. It doesn't make it. It doesn't rush a decision.
No. Does not rush a decision. This movie is standing. This movie is fucking Tom Brady.
Okay.
So he's at a pet shop the next day, and we see our other lead, Adrian.
Hey.
She's all nerdy, glasses. You know what I mean? Real kind of weird looking, and
What's her name?
Not attractive looking. The actress?
Yeah.
I don't know. She's in The Godfather.
Is it
though.
Shelley Duvall? Is that her name?
I don't know. No, Robert Duvall's in The Godfather too, but he's the other guy. He's
Okay.
the lawyer. She is the daughter in The Godfather.
Yeah. Well, can you look up her name? I'm very curious.
Our internet wasn't working earlier. Let's see
Oh,
if
was
it's
it?
working now. It's working now, baby. This chick's name, Adrienne, is what I'll call her forever. I don't give a fuck about her real name. But it's Talia Shire.
Talia Shire. There it is.
Thought I heard a gunshot, but it
Yeah.
was just something outside.
Yeah, it was
Hopefully
just
we
a-
don't die, Beaners, but we're doing the podcast for you anyway. Yeah, bro. God, she's been in all the Godfathers and all the Rockies.
Yeah.
Well done, Talia.
Yeah. Good. Well, good for you.
Good for you, lady.
That's 2 of the biggest franchises of all time.
Knocked it out the park. So
And some of the greatest movies of all time.
yeah. Also like beyond beyond that, she was in some of the greatest pictures of all time, and like had good roles.
Yeah.
So she's all crazy shy. You know what I mean? And he's telling her bad turtle jokes, and he's just talking, and she's kind of smiling but not paying attention, and you can tell he's so into her. He's
Right.
just so into her, man. You know, and he's but she's kind of just ignoring him. So he leaves, and he goes to the docks, like these docks, right? The ships are docking, everybody's working, and everybody knows him. They're like, yo, what up, Rock? Hey, Rocky, how's the fight? It was good. You know, one took him out. You know, boy, Rock. And he keeps walking, and he sees a guy who sees him and starts to run away. And he's like, hey, come here. And he runs, and he's like, guys, like, don't hit me in the face. Don't hit me in the face. He's like, Gazzo says you owe him $200. All right, just give me the money so I don't have to hurt you. And he's like, oh, you know I don't have the money, blah blah blah. And he's like, I should break your thumbs. You're gonna make me break your thumbs, all right? He's like, I ain't getting emotionally involved, Bob. Just give me the money. And then he gives Rock $130. And he's like, you're 70 light. You're 70 light. And he's like, here, take my coat. Just take my coat. Please don't break my thumbs. And he's like, you should have planned ahead. And he starts walking off. He's like, thanks, Rock. We can fake it. We can fake it. Guys, I don't have to know. I'll tape my thumbs. I'll tell everybody you broke them, Rock. I promise. You should have planned ahead. And he walks off and he starts bouncing this rubber ball, right? And then he gets picked. Oh, yeah, I'm just going to have you into this movie, by the way. And then he gets picked up by this dope-ass car,
Okay.
right? And he gets in, it's like clearly a gangster inside, and he tells his boss everything that just happened. Like, I told him to pay up, but he didn't have the money, but he's good for it. I know Bob's a good guy, everything's gonna work out. And the boss is like, it's all right, Rock, don't worry about it. And then he pays him, and he tells him, good job today. And he's like, thanks, Rock. And he's like, I heard you won your fight. And he's like, yeah, I did. And then the driver starts talking shit, like, you're a bum. The gangster's driver.
Right.
And then Rocky looks at him, and the driver, the big gangster boss is like, and he's like, hey, he tells his driver, hey, pull over here. I gotta talk to Rock for a second. Rock, follow me. So he pulls Rock out.
Scary.
No.
Okay.
No. You can tell he loves him.
Okay.
The energy is not scary. The energy is he loves this guy.
Okay.
I should. Yeah, I'm paint. I just realized like, oh wow, I'm painting it. But you
Yeah,
haven't.
the
He hasn't
gangster-
seen the movie, guys.
The gangster didn't get his money. Though I'm thinking the worst.
No. The gangster, you could tell, wasn't that. He
He loves Rocky.
he's like, I'm gonna go talk to you about it though.
Okay.
Pulls him off to the side. This is how you tell he respects him. Pulls him off to the side, And then he goes, how come you didn't break that guy's thumbs like I told you, Rock? You have one job. You do what I tell you to do. And he's like, you don't do what I tell you, Rock. It makes me look bad. Like, you can tell it's like,
Right.
you see what I mean? Like, it's that he's a gangster and he would, but with Rocky, it's like,
It's like,
I love
I'm
this guy.
throwing
It's
this
my
guy a
boy.
bone. And
He's a fighter that I like. And
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Okay.
And he goes, he's like, oh man, but if I broke that guy's thumbs, then Gazzo, then he can't work, he gets laid off. I just figured, he goes, let me do the figuring, Rock. You can tell then he gets like a little mad.
Okay.
Let me do the figuring, Rock, okay? Do they think we're running a charity? You do what I tell you. And then Rocky's like, okay. And then Rock's like, hey, I'm Mr. Gazzo, I'm sorry. And he walks off. And then the driver's like, hey, Rock, you're a bum. And then they drive off and Rocky's like, I should have broke your thumbs. And then that classic, the da-na-na, that comes in, but this comes in the whole movie. Slow piano.
Okay.
Dun-dun, dun,
Bing, bing. Yeah.
dun, dun, dun. I mean, just get you right, and then he's walking in down the street, all sad as that. Dun, dun, dun. So he goes to his gym, Mickey's training gym.
Okay.
Everyone's in just a million boxes in there, getting after it. People are saying, "Yo, what up, Rock? Good fight." He goes to his locker. Can't get in. He's like, what the fuck? Keeps putting in his combination, doesn't work. Takes off his hat, reads his code like out loud, like 31, 32. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
what? Still can't get in. Puts his hat back on. Sees a fire extinguisher, grabs it, breaks the lock off. Opens it up, somebody's shit is all in there. It's pictures of like a black lady all inside, just other like shit that's just not his. He's like, what the fuck? He looks back and he goes, yo, what's going on? It's been my locker for 6 years. Where's my stuff? And then one of the guys who told him good fight, who clearly works there, he's like, hey, Rock, Mickey said I had to bag your stuff and hang it here. He looks over and he sees his stuff hanging on a bag next to other stuff. And he goes, you put my bag on Skid Row? And he's like, look, Mickey tells me what to do. I just do it, Rock. I'm sorry. So now I'm on Skid Row. 6 years, I'm on Skid Row. Hey, Mickey says what to do. You got to do it, Rock, huh? And then he walks off and he goes, hey, I wouldn't talk to him, Rock. He's in a bad mood. And Rocky just goes, so am I. And he walks off. So he walks over to Mick. You see Mick for the first time. The old Popeye looking motherfucker. You know what he looks like.
Yeah.
I heard that guy. And, he comes up, he goes, hey, Mick. And then Mick's like, shut up. And he's timing another boxer, right? And then Rocky's like, and he waits. And then he times, he's like, the hell you want? And he's like, yo, why am I out my locker? He's like, Dipper here needed it. He's like, what'd you give my locker to him for? He's a climber. You're a tomato. I love that line, bro. That's a mean thing to call a nigga, especially in athletics, because it's like he didn't say a bitch or anything like that, or what. He just said you're a tomato. You're just a fucking piece of fruit.
Yeah, I think in any context, it's a bad thing.
Yeah, if a comic got off stage and I was like, bro, you're a fucking tomato up there, you would be like, damn, Jesus, fuck you.
Yeah, it's definitely not a positive. You're like, yeah, dude, I tomate. That's not how it works.
No, you
yeah,
take that like, man.
Yeah.
And then he goes, I'm running a business here. And he goes, come on, Mick. He goes, you fight last night. He goes, yeah. You win? Yeah. Who you fight? Spider Rico. Spider Rico's a bum.
That's people's favorite word in this movie, huh?
Oh, yeah. Philly in 1970, baby. And so he goes, you got hard, kid, but you fight like an ape. And he goes, there's nothing special about you. And he's like, damn. And then Rocky kind of puts his head down. And he walks off and he goes, hey, Mick. He stops. He goes, you should have seen me last night. I was good. Hey, kid, think about retiring. He laughs to himself and he goes back to training the other guy. And the other guy goes, hey, yo, Rock. Rock stops. I dig your locker, man. Rocky walks off, just head down.
Damn. He gets a lot of parting shots, huh? Like word-wise, he takes
it. He takes it on the chin. That's why I will say this: the character of this guy, you love him so much because, like, literally the next scene. So the next scene, you said it best.
Right.
He goes to across the street is the pet shop where Adrian works. He goes next door. Starts hollering at her again. He invites her on a date to the 76ers game. She says no.
Right.
But like doesn't even say no. She just doesn't say anything. And then he starts telling her about his awful day. Like, yeah, he gave my locker away. I've been working hard for that locker for 6 years, but that's just life. What you gonna do? His attitude, you fall in love with him. Because his attitude is so positive about everything. He's just like, hey, I ain't gonna complain about it, but I just gotta work harder. Like you can tell he's just like what like you fall in love with him in this because he's just trying to holler at her. That's clearly his only focus.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna get on a date with this chick who's hasn't spoken to me yet.
Hilarious.
You know?
Persistence wins sometimes.
So he tells her, good night, Adrian, I'm going to leave. And then as he says good night, she goes, good night, Rocky. And he leaves. All right?
Oh, got a good night.
He got a good night.
Baby,
he did get a good
baby.
night. So he goes to a bar and he's looking for Paulie. You remember Paulie, right?
Friend, right?
Paulie.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Paulie.
Oh yeah, no, the guy who fucks the robot. I'm
Yeah,
very
I
aware.
don't remember
I'm very
Paulie, right,
aware
the
of
character.
Paulie. Yeah.
But the Paulie he knows, guys, is the robot fucking Paulie in episode 4.
Yeah.
Return of the Menace. Return of the Robot. So he goes to a bar and everyone knows him and they know him for his fights, but they still talk to him like a bum, if that makes sense.
Right. You're a bum.
No, they're like, hey, Rocky, how was your fight? And he's like, I fought Spider Rico. Nah, he's whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
Like everybody's shitting on him.
Right.
You know? And so he goes talk to Paulie and he's saying, hey, man, why your sister don't talk to me? And he's like, tells his
Sister.
Adrian's Paulie's sister.
Okay. Whoa.
That's right. You don't know that.
I don't know that.
It's already just established in the other 3 movies.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, dude.
Don't apologize to me. You apologize to them.
No,
you
I'm not,
apologize
you know
to the
what? No, you know
beaners.
what? Sorry, I take back my apology. I'm not sorry to any of you. Not
He's
sorry.
a fucking monster. Guy.
Not sorry. Not sorry at all. Not even in the slightest.
So he's telling her jokes about like, he's like, what, she don't like me? What, I need a Cadillac or something? And he's like, Paulie goes, my sister's a loser. And he starts going off saying like, my sister's a fucking loser. She's a nobody, blah, blah, blah. You shouldn't even want her.
Yeah,
blah,
she
blah,
don't
blah.
work hard. Her pussy tastes bad. Wait,
Yep,
what?
all that stuff.
What?
Said she's 30, she's gonna die alone. And he's like, what do you mean die alone? I'm 30. And he's like, you're gonna die alone too, Rock. And he's like, oh, Paulie, you suck, man. And Paulie's just being an asshole and just a curmudgeon about everything.
Right.
And then he goes, hey, Rocky, why don't you get me a job with your boss, Gazzo? And he's like, he's not hiring. And he's like, you don't want to get me, help me out. You just want to talk to Adrian and she ain't shit. Like he starts talking more shit about her. He's just drunk and he's fucked up. And then Rocky's like, oh, come on, man. You know, why did your sister don't talk to me? He's like, I'll tell you what, come over for Thanksgiving. He goes, really? Come over tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Come over. All right. Rocky leaves. So Paulie leaves. Rocky's sitting at the bar. He's just watching the TV. Apollo Creed comes on TV. Real name.
Carl Weathers.
So the bartender, as Apollo's talking, Apollo's doing the Floyd Mayweather thing. He's got a fancy ass suit on,
Right.
fucking the fur coat, and he's just talking a great game. You know what I mean? Just talking a great game to the game. I'm the champ, and that's what it's gonna be. Can't nobody mess. Doing an Apollo thing. Ali kind of mix. You know
Right.
what I mean? Kind of that's the vibe he was giving off.
Right,
And
right.
he's telling kids to stay in school and all that stuff. And he's got the fur coat on, and the guy at the bartender leans over to Rocky. Goes, man, this guy's a fucking clown. And Rocky's like, it's the champ of the world. And then he goes, what do you mean? He goes, like, he ain't no clown, man. That guy took his shot and he got there. Don't be mad that, thinking it out on him saying that about the champ. And he goes, hey, Rock, don't be mad at me because you can't win fights, blah, blah, blah. And then Rocky's like, and he just leaves, right? Just getting it every way he can.
Right. Just taking these shots. No defense.
No deep, bro. Put your hands up.
Hey, it's a no defense type movie.
Put your hands up. So on his way home, he sees a bunch of kids and shit, nigga, and like he they're like smoking cigarettes and loud, and he goes, "Hey Marie, your brother know you're hanging this late?" And she's like, "Oh fuck you, Rocky, blah blah blah." And he's like, "Who you talking to like that?" And he grabs her, and he's like, I'm walking you home." And he starts walking us home, and the other kids are like, "Oh fuck you, Rocky, boop boop." And he starts going off. He's like, "Man, the only girl I ever knew who talked like that. Well, she ended up being a bum. You see, now she's a bum, and that's what you're gonna be." And he tells her like, "No cigarettes, you're gonna be gross." And all this whole way home, he's just giving her advice. He's just giving her advice like this long, great shot. It's just like a one shot too.
Right.
And it's just all the way like he's walking her all the way home, and then he finally gets home. He's like, "You understand?" And she looks at him. She's like, "Yeah, I understand." And she goes, "Hey, Rocky." He goes, "Yeah." "Screw you, creepo." And then she goes in his house, and he goes, "Yeah." And he walks off into himself. He goes, "Who are you to give advice, creepo?" And then he's just like swinging, punching the air, like doing like this as he's saying that to himself. Bro, the movie's deep, bro.
Fuck.
The movie's like
Fuck.
real deal character depth
Fuck.
in this movie.
Jesus. That's heavy.
So he's giving advice.
And yet you're like, damn, I want this all to turn around for him.
Yeah.
That's how you feel. Like, damn, he's just taking it. He's just taking it from everybody, even kids.
So we finally see Carl Weathers for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Movie name.
Apollo Creed.
The guy he is fighting, that he's supposed to be fighting in this big fight that he was promoting on TV, that he was in Philadelphia for.
Right.
All right. That's supposed to be happening in Philly. The guy broke his hand. It's 5 weeks before the fight. All right. Now he's talking to the promoters. He's with all his people, with the fancy. I mean, this high level boxing. We're talking about the high officers, that kind of shit.
Right.
And they're talking about what they're gonna do. And then, he's like, blah, blah, blah. He's like, well, it's 5 weeks. He's like, I want to fight a contender. You better find me somebody. We're not throwing this down the drain. It's too much money involved. Because, he owns a part of, the thing.
Right.
He's like,
So
it's too much.
Once you're a that level boxer, the promotion is on you, too.
It's on you, too. So you
Yeah.
own a lot of it, too. So it's like,
Yeah.
hey, man, you're making a lot of money. So he goes, he's like, he's fighting. And they tell him, 5 weeks ain't enough for any contender, and he starts naming people, and they're like, can't fight him. He's got another fight, can't fight him. He's out of shape, can't fight him. He's like on vacation doing this. You know what I mean? He's like, all these chumps are just scared. He's like, they're making excuses, and they're like, I don't know what to do. And they're sitting there for a second, and then Paulo thinks, and he goes, how about this? We go without a ranked contender, a novelty act. I fight a local underdog from Philly, a Snow White. Nobody knows him. Makes me look like a sentimental boy, and I'm giving a local boy a shot for the title. And everybody's like,
What a real
we
life
can pitch
terrible
that to
idea.
sell tickets.
Yeah.
But no, you're right. Everybody was like, oh, that'll still
Sell. Right.
That everybody in Philly's going to come out to see if a local dude
Right.
can knock out the hero.
champ. I guess that's
and
not
they can
bad.
pitch that at, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He can sell that, and he can promote that as well, talking
Right.
shit, and also like, hey, I'm giving this guy a shot. You know what I'm saying? It's a sellable fight, because that's
Right.
like, oh, that's it. They're in the business. I love this.
They are selling fights.
They're in the business of selling fights.
Right.
Like you said, now, is this a possible? This could be a bad idea because you're giving a guy who is, of course, you're going to kill him 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
But it's that one out of, it's that,
Yeah, it's like risk.
that is so risky.
It's like risk reward. I don't know. And at the time,
Because you get no reward.
yeah.
They get 100% reward and no risk.
But you gotta think. I think at the time too, if you're trying to sell a fight
In 5 weeks.
and put an in-person fight, it was 70s in-person fight. That's how you sell a fight. Currently, when all the fights are on ESPN Plus, that's not how you would sell a fight. Because I don't know if any non-Philly people would be like, I'll spend that much money to watch him destroy an amateur.
No, this is a fight that's on TV for everybody and on the radio for everybody.
Yeah.
And you gotta get it. You gotta
Yeah.
still the guy that people wanted to see you fight a top contender now broke his hand.
Yeah.
How do you still make people tune in?
Right. You can sell that in the 70s. I don't think you can sell that now.
No. This 70s works great.
Yeah.
This is legit.
Even though
This is super smart.
It is a terrible idea.
Depends on who you fight. Depends on who you fight.
Just that 1 times out of 10 being makes it a terrible idea. I think because if you're gonna lose to a contender, not just some random fucking guy.
Well, because it's like you said, the risk reward. You
Yeah.
have 100% risk, no reward.
Yeah.
They have 100% reward with no risk.
with no risk.
So it's like it's a
it
lose-lose.
only helps them.
Even if you knock them out in the second round,
Right.
They make a shit more ton of money than they'll ever made in their whole lifetime in
Right.
their boxing career. And now they might be able to fight another guy, maybe.
Yeah, they
for a
might.
little more money. Their
Yeah.
their price has gone up. They fought the fucking heavyweight contender, champ of the world.
Yeah.
So Rocky gets instructions the next day from his boss, the Gazzo guy, who to get money from.
Mm-hmm.
And as he's doing that, the driver goes, hey, and I heard you got a date with Adrian tomorrow. And he's like, how'd you know that? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, I know everything. And he's like smiling. And then the driver goes, hey, Rocky, take her to the zoo. He goes, why? He's like, I heard retard girls like the zoo. And then Rocky's like, hey, fuck you, man.
Damn,
Say it to
even
my
Adrian's
face.
getting it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Say it to my face. Woo, woo. And then Gazzo.
That's funny if they think she's a retard just because she has glasses. It is the
doesn't talk.
70s.
They
in
think
Philly.
she's got glasses and she doesn't talk.
She didn't talk. Yeah,
She's
yeah.
shy, so everybody calls her. She's weird. She's the weird girl in this.
Yeah, well, the people who don't
neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know, so the Gazzo guy calms it down, and then he gives Rocky an extra $50 and like go on a nice date. It's on me, buddy. He's like, oh, thanks, boss. You know, and then he's like, and then the guy goes, take it to the zoo, and he drives off, and Rocky's like, fuck you. So Creed, he's looking through a book of local fighters, right, and he's just looking for a great name. Because everybody's saying, like, oh, what about this guy? He's like, I don't like the name. What about, Bobby Walter? He's like, I don't like the name. What about this guy? He's like, oh, that'd be a great fighter. Apparently, he's pretty good. Like, he's like, this guy's apparently like one of the top fighters in Philly. He's like, it's just not good enough. It's not sticking. And they're like, well, what are you looking for? And then he goes, this. They go, what? Drops a book, The Italian Stallion. And they go, really? He goes, Rocky. And they all look and they go, Rocky Balboa? Never look around and everybody's like, never heard of him, you know? He's like, it's not about that. It's the name, man. The media will love it. Talk about it in history. You know, he talks about like how the history of the Italians versus a black man, we can picture like that. You know, the Italians will bring it, they care, He's like, they'll come out. He's like, and then right then the trainer goes, I don't know. Nope, I don't like this. He goes, why? Southpaw. I don't want you messing with no southpaw. You got to do everything backwards. That's not a good fight for you. He's like, don't worry about that. I'll knock him out in 3. And then Apollo goes, Apollo Creed meets the Italian Stallion. It's a monster movie. And everybody, the businessmen are like, we can sell it.
Ooh, damn.
You like how it happened?
Yeah.
I love how it happened too.
Yeah.
I was watching like, oh, it happened beautifully. It wasn't over the top.
Yeah.
Simple.
So it happens if you don't quit. You get your break somehow. Somehow, some way, you'll find it.
Just gotta keep going, bro. Mm-hmm. So Rocky and Paulie, they're walking to his house on Thanksgiving, and Rocky keeps asking, "Hey, your sister know I'm coming?" And Paulie's like, yeah. And they're talking, you know. And he's like, all right. And he gets close to that. He's like, yeah, she knows I'm coming, right? He's like, yeah. She's excited. And then right when they come in, his sister sees him. She's like, Paulie, what are you doing? Why would you bring him here? And then Rocky's like, oh, you know, like, why did I fucking...
Right. Listen to this
this
idiot.
it's on me.
Yeah.
And then Paulie's like, he's taking you out. But she's like, I can't go out. I'm in, you know, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to go out. And then he's like, you're going out. I'm tired of you being a loser. And then she runs to her room, right? And then Rocky's just like, oh, and he sits down and he's watching the news about Apollo. And Apollo's talking. They're talking about how the guy broke his hand, what they're going to do, and they're looking for a fighter. Mm-hmm. I love that, too, because it's like, damn, he doesn't know yet that it's him.
He's already been chosen.
Yeah.
This has been Willy Wonka.
They say it, too. They say that there's going to be a new fighter, and he doesn't even know.
No.
It's like, yeah, it's the Willy Wonka
He got
thing,
the golden ticket.
He got
the golden ticket.
He got the golden ticket.
That's
It's
fun.
called CTE.
That's yeah. It's like Willy Wonka, but instead of getting a whole chocolate factory at the end, he just gets crippling dementia.
Crippling dementia.
Yeah. And he's like this poor guy in Philly, so he's probably becomes homeless and stuff.
Yep, because he doesn't save his money right. You've seen Rocky 4. Yeah. So Adrian, she's telling Paulie, I can't go out. There's a turkey in the oven.
Right.
He goes, turkey in the oven? And he goes and he grabs it and he's like, go eat the bird in the alley. And he throws the bird in the alley.
Okay, that's an overreaction.
Paulie's
Monster.
a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And then she runs in her room crying, and Rocky's just like, what the fuck? And he goes, hey, Paulie, I think we should just forget about this. Clearly, right? What do you think, Rocky?
Yeah.
And then he's like, no, just go tell her something funny. He's like, what am I supposed to say? He's like, go over. So he goes over and he starts hollering at her through the door, and he's like, you know, would you ever want to go out with me? You know, I'd like if you, you know, came out with me. And then right then she immediately opens the door and she's ready to go. And then he's like, oh. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which would make you like, oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, this is.
But
way
also,
better
I
than
see from her perspective, she's like, well, I'm not staying here
Right.
with that fucking monster.
Yeah.
Who threw the fucking turkey.
Yeah, dude. Do you know how long it takes turkey to cook?
Bro, you know exactly. It's
Yeah.
like that was an all-day thing.
Yeah.
That wasn't no fucking Hot Pocket, nigga. Fuck you.
Yeah, come on. At least be like, I'm not eating the turkey if you don't go out. You know, you could. There's so
Go
many other
do
ways.
that. There's a lot of ways we can handle this, but throwing the turkey outside in the
it's
alley.
Pretty shitty.
We also are poor. They're clearly, when you see this, you'll be like, oh, they're also poor people.
Yeah.
She works at a pet shop. Her brother does nothing.
And she's the loser, huh? Just because she don't talk to people?
Yeah. And so, you know, Paulie's being a dick. And so they leave.
Right.
All right. And then as he's leaving, he goes, what does she like? And then Paulie goes, she likes ice skating. And so that slow, you know, dun, 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 that Rocky music. Dun, 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 dun. I love how it's just that slow piano version of this shit, right?
Right.
And then she's all nervous, but she looks cute, but she's all nervous. And they go to an ice rink. And then they go in, and the guy's like, hey, yo, we're closed. And Rocky's like, what? He's like, we're closed. And Rocky's like, hey, yeah. And the guy's like, buddy, we're closed. He's like, oh, come here, but you know, do you mean closed to everybody or like closed to some people? What do you mean? And the guy walks all the way up. He's like, what do you do? We're closed. And he's like, okay, cool, but let me tell you something. See this girl over here? This girl, she's not doing too well. She's super sick. The doctors say they don't know what's wrong with her. They don't know how long she has. She loves ice skating. Let me let her ice skate. You know, smooth as fuck. And then the guy's like, all right, $10. Rocky's like, $10? He's like, $10, you get 10 minutes. Rocky's like, all right, cool. He gives him $10, right? So she skates. It's one of the most amazing classic shots of the movie. So she's skating on the ice.
Right.
He's running beside her. And it's just a one shot where the camera goes around. Like, so you're following them, and it's just that the whole way around.
It's a nice date.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Great shot.
Yeah,
Directing.
yeah.
I mean, just perfect.
Right.
You know, because also you can go in a circle, so you don't.
You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do much.
It's great.
Well, you still have to do a lot, but.
You're just going backwards.
Yeah.
You know? So he's telling her his whole boxing story. How he got into boxing, how he's been in a million, like he's lost like so many fights, like 20-something fights, and that was before he even started keeping track, like started getting like professional fights, the ones he was in. That are still professional fights.
That's rough, though.
You know? Oh, yeah. And, you know, he's telling her, like, but he's like, I ain't crying, you know, I ain't made it, but, you know, it's all good. He's like, nah, it's kind of bucks as a hobby, you know? And he tells her, like, but hard thing is for me, nobody wants to fight me because I'm a southpaw. She's like, really, southpaw? He's like, yeah, it makes it difficult for you to fight. People don't want, because you're lefty, people have to fight you backwards. It's weird. People don't want to do it, you know? And then he tells her, like, where the origin of southpaw came from a guy in the boxers, like, from South Jersey. And he would like, when he would swing, it would come from the South, so everybody calls him southpaw. Like, something like that. He's like, Southpaw, get it? South Jersey. And she's like, oh, okay. And then, he tells her a story of like he shows her a picture. In his wallet, it's a picture of every single one of his fights.
Right.
Like an old school 70, like, and he just has like a little one of all these fights, right? And he's like, yeah, I keep one of all of them. And she's not saying anything. She's just listening. And then he tells her a story of his father and how his father said once he had no brain, but he had a great body, so he better learn how to fight, And then she laughs. And he goes, oh, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? You like that? And she goes, no, my mother just said the opposite. He goes, oh, what'd she say? What'd she say? She said, well, you have no body, so you better get a brain. And he's like, oh, wow, your mother said that? Oh, look at our parents, 2 peas in a pod, And then she's like, yeah. And then she goes, why do you want to fight? He goes, why I want to fight? She goes, yeah, why do you want to fight? Because I can't sing or dance. Hey, you. And then she smiles again. It's one of the classic lines. That's like a very famous line. And then, so she goes, they're walking home now. And she goes, I don't understand why anyone would want to be a fighter. He goes, oh, believe me, you gotta be a moron, a complete idiot, a real bum to want to be a fighter. And she goes, trust me, once you're a fighter, you're just a bum. And he tells her about how bad.
I wonder what the bum count on this is.
Probably like 80.
Like overall or at this point?
Well, I threw in way more because they said it so many times that it was clearly the word of the movie.
Okay.
So he tells her how bad it is when after a fight, the next morning you wake up and your body's just a big wound. And he's like, you can barely go to the bathroom. You're so busted up, And she's like, oh my God. And then he goes, but you want to know something? In all my fights and all my losses, see this nose? Never I broke this nose. Every fighter breaks their nose, but not me. Not one fight have I broke this nose. And then she's like, wow. And then he gets to his door. And he's like, you want to come inside? And she's like, no, I have to go. And he's like, what do you mean you got to go? She's like, I got to go. He's like, I got to go too. I got to go to the bathroom. Come on, come inside. And then she's like, no,
That's
I got to go.
I guess.
Great line.
Yeah.
And she's like, I got to go. He's like, look at this face. This is a face you can't trust? This is a face you can't trust? That's what he looks like. And then she's like, no, I can't. He goes, you can stick this face on a stand.
This is why you gotta watch the podcast.
You gotta watch it, guys, because there's a bunch of jokes you missed if you were just listening. So he goes, yo, come on inside. And right then she looks all nervous, and then that slow dun 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 dun. And then she walks upstairs all nervous, and then he offers her, he's like, oh, you want a snack? You want some donuts, some juice? She's like, no, I'm okay. And she stands in it with her coat on in the corner. He's like, I'm a little hot. And he takes his sweater off, and he's just got a muscle shirt on. And then he puts on some music. And then he's showing her his turtles, right? He's like, look, I got these turtles. And she's like, yeah, I know, I sold them to you. He's like, yeah, oh yeah, you did, huh? And he's like, he's making her smile a little bit. And she goes, do you have a phone? And he goes, oh, no phone. Too many aggravations. I don't like all the calling and this and that. I don't like it. And then she's like, I want to let my brother know where I am. He's like, oh, I'll call him for you. And then he goes to the window. He goes, hey, Paulie, your sister's over here with me. I'll call you back later. Hey, yo. And she's like, does not laugh.
Yeah.
Because she's like, oh, I think this guy's going to rape me now.
Yeah.
I didn't like that joke at all.
Also, I'm a shy girl. And now you told the whole neighborhood I'm in your apartment.
Yeah. Other than the person that I needed to know.
Yeah.
So she goes, I don't belong here. He goes, it's okay. And he walks up. It's the classic shot of him with his hands on the ceiling. Mm-hmm. And he's like this in front of her. And she's like, I just really don't belong here. He's like, you're my guest. She's like, no, I got to leave. And he's like, what do you mean? She's like, I just I don't know you well enough. I'm not comfortable. He goes, well, yo, Adrian, I ain't so comfortable either.
Hey, you do what you got to do. Say what you got to say.
And then she tries to leave, and he stops. He goes, don't go.
Getting Louis C.K. on her.
No, Louis never
or
did
Matt
that.
Lauer or whatever.
Our boy Louis never did that. Dude. There's no record of him closing the door on any female.
That's a good point.
Don't you ever say that about our great comedian Louis C.K., who just jerks off in front of women. That's just different.
It is different.
It's a different stroke for different folks. As they say.
Yeah.
So
who was it? Was that Matt Lauer who would lock the door? What was the story?
The story about Matt Lauer is he has a button that can lock his door, but that's also
that's no way that's real.
No, that's in every office, everywhere.
Is that?
Yeah, dude. Any giant office, if you're a giant office, like you're in a Fortune 500 company, or you just have a big office, you have a button where you can close the door from your desk because your desk is crazy far away from the door. So they have buttons where it just closes it and locks it for you.
I had no idea.
That's completely a normal thing.
I had no idea.
So I don't know. Yeah, he had that button, but that doesn't necessarily mean he ever used it. I don't know if he used it on anybody.
Well,
I'm sure he used it on people, but I don't know if he used it on anybody in a sexual way. I'm sure he used it on people like, hey, I'm about to fire you. Let me close the door and lock it. So nobody comes in to hear me firing. And then you're going to suck my dick, you fucking bitch.
Okay. Well, okay. Oh, well. Oh, no.
Matt Lauer.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Okay. I'm sorry I brought this up. Sorry I brought this up.
Yeah, I looked a lot into those stories.
Yeah.
So Rocky goes, do me a favor. Yeah, we're talking about Rocky, by the way.
Yeah.
Do me a favor.
Yeah. He goes like, close the door to Adrian.
And he goes, can I take off your glasses? And he takes off her glasses. He's like, you have nice eyes. He goes, one more favor. He's like, take off your hat. And she takes off her hat. And he goes, I always knew you was pretty. And she goes, don't tease me. He goes, I'm not teasing you. I want to kiss you, but you don't have to kiss me back. But I'm going to kiss you. And she's all shy, and then they kiss. And then she kisses him the next time, and they kiss again, and then they fall to the floor just making out in each other's arms. Very beautifully. Fades out.
Hey.
Right. Next, yeah.
Love story initiated.
Rocky goes to the gym the next day.
Mm-hmm.
When he walks in, everywhere goes, hey, Rock, Mickey's looking for you. And he goes, what? Like, yeah, Mickey, he's been looking for you. He's like, for me? And they're like, yeah, you're Rocky, right? And he goes, yeah, he's looking for you. He's like, all right, Mickey looking for me. And he walks up, and then he goes up and he talks to Mickey. He goes, hey, Mickey, you looking for me? He goes, yeah, Creed's people called. He goes, they want you to call him. They want you to call him back. They're probably looking for sparring partners for him for the fight. And then Rocky goes, yeah, Creed, huh? And he walks off and goes, yeah, they're probably looking for sparring partners. And then right then Mickey goes, I just said that, you dumb dago. And then he turns around, and everybody's in the room training, right? And he goes, Mickey, I've been coming in for 6 years. And for 6 years you treat me like shit. I want to know why. Hey, you don't want to know. I want to know why. You don't want to know. I want to know. And everybody stops, right? And they're looking. He goes, it's because you could have been great, but you threw it all away so you could break legs for a loan shark. And then Rocky's like, it's a living. It's a waste of life. Rocky puts his head down and he leaves.
Wow.
I love Mickey in that scene.
Wow.
Mickey's
Way
like,
to talk about adding depth to Mickey like that. That was crazy.
Mickey don't not like you. He just ain't dealing with no fucking waste of time.
Yeah.
How much are you now on Mickey's side? He's
So
like,
now like, oh, I get where Mickey's coming from.
you've
all the
been
way.
1 foot in, 1 foot out the door the whole time.
And you could have been Creed.
Yeah, but I don't have time.
No.
Like he said, there's other people here.
Yeah.
What are you doing? In one sentence added layers of depth.
Yeah, he goes
to
from
their storyline.
He goes from being like, who's this asshole to be like, oh, Rocky's kind of an asshole.
Yeah, Rocky's an asshole, dude.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with real boxers. You're in here fucking.
Yeah.
And you're worried about where your locker is?
Yeah. His priority is just.
We
Not
know
in the
a
right
lot
place.
of comics like this. Doing comedy, we know a lot of comics 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And it's like, and they'll complain or get bitter about stuff. And it's like, well, yeah, you have 1 foot in, 1 foot out, man. Everybody in who has things, everybody who you know, people who know you know that do comedy, 2 feet in. Jumped in the deep end of the
No
pool.
backup plan, no nothing.
No
Just like, hey,
safety net, no motherfucking life vest.
do I sink or swim?
That's it. Now, if you sink that way, you can at least sit. You did it. But you can't 1 foot out, 1 foot out.
Well, that's the thing. It just seems like if you sink that way, if you just keep
you might
in the
come back.
water.
You might float again.
Yeah, you might be like, oh shit, this is.
I'm swimming.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know.
You know, but
So-
but definitely 1 foot in, 1 foot out doing it. You'll half-ass it your whole life, and you'll never get anywhere. And that's just life.
Yeah, that's outside of comedy. That's just any.
That's just- yeah,
any
any
dream,
profession.
anything
Yeah.
that you pursue.
That's a dream, especially something that's a dream.
Yeah.
Something that's a dream, because not some. I mean, all bullshit jobs are just climbing and politics, whatever. But
Right.
but a dream, something that you got to earn. Yeah, bro. It ain't no way you can half-ass it. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. There.
No.
So, the white promoter meets with Rocky, right? He goes and he meets with that guy in a tall building. Rocky's all nervous.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy's talking to him. He goes, hey, you have a manager, kid? He goes, no, sir, I have no manager. And he goes, well, look, I got a proposition for you. And he goes, look, yes, sir, I already know that Apollo Creed needs sparring partners, sir, and I just want you to say that I'm going to be a good sparring partner for Mr. Creed. And the guy starts smiling. He's like, and I'm going to be good, and I'm going to tell you this right here, sir. He goes, what's that, Rocky? He goes, no cheap shots from me, sir. I would never give no cheap shots to the champ. I know he's a champ, and I'll just do my job, sir. And he goes, well, that's good to know. But you don't understand me, Rocky. Would you be interested in fighting him? The camera just slowly comes in on him, and you hear the guy still talking. For the belt. For the heavyweight championship of the world. And Rocky's like, no. Listen, Rocky. And then he goes, he's seen you fight. He wants to fight you. Apollo Creed could have chose anybody. He chose you. I can't do it, sir. Listen, you don't understand. I fight in clubs. That's the greatest fighter of all time. He's the best. He's the champ. Like, it wouldn't even be a good fight. And the guy goes, you don't understand, Rocky. It's a chance of a lifetime. Opportunities like this you can't let pass by. What do you say? And Rocky's like, cut to Apollo's on the news, and he's talking to all the cameras, and you see Rocky standing next to him.
Just looking meek.
Now Rocky also, they're on the news, but Rocky's actually watching it on his couch with Adrian and Paulie.
Okay.
So this was filmed. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
So he's watching himself on the news, and Apollo is talking about how he's from Los Angeles, but he loves Philly. He's always considered himself a Philly native. He loves the city of brotherly love. You know, he's politics. He's Muhammad Ali in it. Just talking about how great the city is and saying rhymes, and people are just loving it, eating it up, right? And then but they also say how, you know, this Rocky guy has, the media's like, well, you picked this guy with this horrible record. He has absolutely no chance of winning. You know, Rocky's right there.
Right.
You know, and Apollo's like, what do you mean no chance? This is America. And in America, everyone has a chance, you know?
What a salesman.
Oh, you remember the guy from Rocky IV?
Oh, yeah.
Dances
Living in America.
eye to eye, across the nation.
Yeah.
He also
has a bunch
dies.
of states. Yeah.
Idaho, Mississippi, New Orleans, cities. And states.
Yeah. And then he dies.
And then he dies.
Yeah.
That movie's awesome. But he's great in this. This he's just the champ of the world.
Right.
He's just champ of the world in this. So he pulls Rocky over and he goes, let me tell you something about this man right here. Rocky, this is my main man. And then he cracks a couple jokes on him. He's like, now, I'm sure if he can't fight, I bet he's a great cook. And he's like, puts his chin up to him. Rocky's like, you know, like smiling. And then he says a couple more, like, just mean things. And then they go, Rocky, how do you expect to fight the champion of the world? He goes, just do the best I can. And then the guy goes, Rocky, you know this fight's going to pay you $150,000. That's a lot of money. And then Rocky's just like, and then he goes, Rocky goes, before I go, can I say something? They're like, of course. He goes, hey, yo, Adrian. Hey, it's me, Rocky. And they're like, okay, that's enough, sir. And he goes, what do you mean that's enough? I'm talking here. Hey. And then they take him away. He's like, fuck, get away from me. And they drag him off and he goes, yo, that's me. I was trying to talk to you. So right then, Paulie hears all the money.
Right.
And he perks up. When Paulie hears that 150,000, Paulie perks up in his chair.
Right.
Because he's drunk. He's a piece of shit. And he goes, hey, Rocky, you know you're going to be needing help with this fight, you know. And he goes, hey, Paulie, ain't nobody cared about me. I don't need no help. What do you mean? You're going to need somebody, you know, doing all your stuff, helping you train, helping you get your stuff together, right? He goes, hey, nobody cared about me yesterday, Paulie. I'm just going to train myself, all right? I'm just going to keep doing what I do. And then Adrian goes, I think you have a great chance, Rocky. I believe in you. And he's all smiling, and Paulie gets all pissed. And he goes, hey, you ain't got nothing. You're a bum. And then Adrian now has much more confidence. You know what I mean? And now she's like, you're a bum, Paulie. And then Paulie kind of gets mad because she snaps back at him. And then he like storms off. And then she like is like on Rocky. And you could, I love that her character starts developing.
Right. She's like, she finds a voice. She finds like
Just a, like
some confidence.
Yeah. So she walks him outside and they're so in love. They're holding hands. They're kissing. And then he goes to walk off. And then as he's walking off, she's going back inside. He goes, hey, yo, Adrian. And the camera's right up on his face, but you see her like this way, and then you see the house behind him. Mm-hmm. He goes, you know how I said those jokes didn't bother me none? She goes, yeah. It did. Dun, 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 dun. He walks off. This is how you win Oscars, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you win Oscars.
Yeah, and the endings of scenes are very important. If they make you, the ending of a scene should make you like, oh.
Damn, make you gotta want to go to the next scene. You gotta be like, what?
Yeah, I'm feeling like this. Lead me somewhere.
So now Gazzo's talking to Rocky.
Right.
You know, the guy who loves him, the big gangster.
Yeah.
And he's telling him, I got something for you, Rock. And he's like, here's $500 for your training. You know, make sure you're good. I want to make sure you're taken care of.
Right.
He's like, man, thank you, Gazzo. He's like, I think you might get lucky on this one, Rock. I think you might. And then he tells him, he's like, but don't, and he's like, I'll pay you back. He's like, don't worry about the money. It's just good to see you. And then right then, Rocky has a cigarette in his mouth, and he snatches a cigarette in his mouth. He's like, you're in training. And he throws it down. And then Rocky comes, and he leaves.
This is the nicest loan shark of all time.
No, you can tell this guy's a monster.
Right. But to Rocky, he's like the nicest guy.
He fucks with Rocky.
Yeah.
He fucks with Rocky, bro.
Yeah.
It's something about, you can tell he's not a good guy.
Yeah, but there's something about Rocky.
It's something about the Italian style. He was also, when you watch him though, he's just a lovable dude.
Right.
And you can tell it's like, oh, if this guy, because he runs up to back to the car, and he goes, hey, yo, Gazzo, you coming to the fight? And Gazzo stops and he grabs him. Ringside. And Rocky's like, hey. Like you can tell, like he's like, oh.
Yeah.
He loves this guy.
Right.
Beyond
like what he does.
You know what else also? You know, like you said, anyone else you probably would. Any other loan shark, he'd probably kill, like break their thumbs for not
Right.
getting the money.
Right.
But with him, like you said, he's throwing him. It's not even about the job. He's just like, I'm just trying to
I'm throwing you a bone. I'm
Trying to give him work.
Yeah, trying to get you money.
get you money just so you
Right.
don't fucking die a fighter. Like I like you.
Die, yeah, homeless or some shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, Mickey, you see Mickey walking up Rocky's stairs. He's got his hat in his hand. He looks real humble. All right? And he knocks on his door, and Rocky answers, and he looks at Mick, and he's like, and Mick's like, hey, it's nice to see you, Rock. He's being all nice. Like, oh, you got a beautiful place. This place is
Garbage.
garbage.
Yeah.
And Rocky's just looking at him like, you know, because you can feel it.
Yeah.
You can feel that energy, and was like, what do you want, man?
Right.
And Mickey's being all nice, and he's like, you know what? What happened to you, kid? It's freak luck. You get a shot at the title. But I'm here to warn you. You have to be careful about this. You get no second chance. And what you need, and Rock's like, what do I need? He's like, you need a manager, kid. You gotta have a manager. You don't want anybody taking advantage of you. I've been in this game 50 years. I've seen it all. And Rocky's like not even looking at him. You can tell he's getting, and the more Mickey's talking, the more Rocky's like you can just see he's just,
Right.
you know? And then Mickey keeps trying to talk to him, and he's telling him about his prime and in his career, how he could have been great, but he didn't have a manager, and that's what held him back. Like, he's like, the night Jack Dempsey knocked somebody out, I knocked somebody out that night too. But you want to know why I wasn't in the paper? He goes, why? Because he was a champ of the world? He goes, no, because he had a manager, kid. You got to have a manager. And Rocky's just looking at him. And then Rocky looks at a picture of Rocky Marciano hanging up on Rocky's wall.
Right.
And he goes, Marciano, you know, you got heart like him, kid. You move like him, and you got heart like him. And then Rocky goes, I got heart, but I ain't got no locker, huh, Mick? And Mickey's like, and then Rocky opens up a beer, because now he's pissed.
Right.
He opens up a beer, and he starts chugging it. And he goes, hey, don't drink that piss before a fight. And he looks at him, he goes, I mean, if you want to listen to me. And then Rocky keeps drinking. And then he goes, you know, you just need a manager, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to see you get taken advantage of. I care about you. You know, start saying all this shit, right? And Rocky goes, he goes, you know, you need a manager with, Rocky gets real mad. He goes, you need a manager, you know, he's like, because I got pain and experience. He goes, I got a pain and experience too, Mick. He goes, and I needed you 10 years ago and you didn't care. And he slams the bathroom door and he goes in the bathroom. And then Mickey's like, you didn't ask me for help, kid. I did ask you. You heard nothing. And he's quiet, and he goes, look, kid, I don't hear well. I'm 76 years old, kid. Hey, I'm sorry. And he like goes to like I'm saying I'm sorry, and then he just leaves. He just goes, and he goes to leave. And as he goes to leave, Rocky comes out and he sees him, like he thinks he's gone. He sees him, and he slams the door again, the bathroom door again, right? And then Mickey goes, and then he leaves. And he starts walking down the steps real slow. And then Rocky comes out, and he's kind of stammering around his apartment, and he goes, 10 years, huh? 10 years you finally come to my house? 10 years you come to my house, you don't like it, huh? Because it stinks. It stinks. And then you see, cut to Mickey, he's walking downstairs, but he just hears him yelling. Great shot, you know what I mean? Yeah. And he goes, it stinks. I didn't ask for no favors, huh? I didn't ask you for no favors this whole time. Now you come in here asking me for favors, huh? Your prime. What about your prime? What about my prime, Mick? What about my prime? Right? I mean, dude, the depth of this now, because it's like, oh, nigga, I did ask you for help. I asked you for help way back then, but you didn't invest in me. Woo. So he's going up, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, you guys, he's like, oh, everybody your prime, huh? Everybody wants to help me now. Oh, because the guy comes in, hey, you want to fight the champ? Yeah, I'll fight the champ. Oh, dude, I'll fight the champ. Huh? You want to help me so you can see me get my face kicked in? You want to see me get my head kicked in, Mick? And then you see Mick now, he's all the way downstairs, but you still hear it clearly. And he's walking down the street. My house stinks. You want to help me? I'm standing there. And he's like crying. I'm standing there, Mick. And then Mick is now all the way down the street. And you just see Mick walking down the street. You hear him yelling, and then it stops. And you hear, dun, 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 dun. And you see Rocky run down. Dun, 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 dun. And he runs all the way down the street, and he catches Mick, and they start talking, and he hugs him. And then he stops, and then they shake hands. And then they part ways. Dun, 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 dun. Fades out. Like you said, each scene ends better than the last scene. I've never seen a movie, brother, because telling it, it's like, bro, each scene ends better than the last. I like how we didn't need to hear them coming together. We just needed to see the hug and the handshake of clearly like, let's go win this battle. Let's go. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Wow.
You yelled at me in the gym, and I needed to hear that.
That was a real deal emotional roller coaster. But you needed to hear this.
You needed to hear what I had to yell back at you.
Yeah.
love you said the depth in this writing that they've found. How the fuck did Sylvester Stallone write this?
Yeah, right.
He wrote this.
Jesus.
He wrote these lines.
This
He
is
wrote
great.
these lines.
This is really well done.
God.
Turns out Rocky's pretty well done.
This is why the Beaners are all gonna murder you.
Yeah,
We're all
turns
gonna
out.
band together and murder you after a certain movie that we get to that we all can't handle. You haven't seen.
Turns out, Rocky, not a bad movie. Maybe. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh God damn it!
So my opinion isn't fully formed. So
Next morning, our
Feel
boy's
how that
waking.
feels,
Shut the
Beaners.
fuck up. He's
feel
waking
how
up
that feels.
at 4 a.m.
Right.
Brrr, alarm's going off. He gets up, radio's going on. Good morning, Philadelphia. You know, we got morning weather. It's going to be a crisp 28 degrees outside. A classic shot of him cracking all the eggs and drinking it. You've seen
Yeah.
other people make fun of that.
Yeah,
That's from this.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And then he goes outside in the classic gray sweats with Italian stallion
I've heard
on the back.
Rocky described as the movie before all the cheesy things were cheesy. Meaning
Well, I
that,
mean,
meaning that like all the things that you would consider cheesy are cheesy because Rocky did it.
Yeah,
and everyone copies
in a
it.
boxing movie,
Yeah.
especially.
Yeah,
Because this, dude, I don't know how he wrote this.
yeah.
These are all original things I'm saying. Like, isn't that
Right.
crazy?
Yeah, yeah.
You're like,
yeah.
what?
The things that people make fun of now is like hack.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, yeah. Drinking the eggs?
Yeah, it's hack.
It's hack.
It's like, it's a boxing movie?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it wasn't. It
No.
wasn't until this. And then it made it hack. That's crazy.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
So he Jerry Seinfeld this movie. So he's stretching in the gray sweats early in the morning in Philly. Nobody's up, and then he starts running through the streets of Philly. Great shots of him running through the streets. He gets to the classic steps, up the steps, and he's exhausted. He can barely make it up. He's just holding his side, and the last couple steps he just has to walk. He can't even run. He walks up, and he gets to the top, and then he just starts walking home. He just walks home.
Right.
All right. So Paulie the next day is talking to him in a meat locker. Paulie clearly works there. And Paulie's talking to him about getting him a job with Gazzo. He's sick of working in this stupid ass meat locker. He hates it. And then he blah, blah, blah. And then Rocky tells him, no, this is a better job. You need to stay here. And he gets mad at him. And he starts talking to him about his sister and starts saying horrible things. And Rocky's like, yo, don't say dirty things about your sister to me. And then he's like, you screwing her. He's like, Paul, you got such a big mouth. And he starts getting mad at him. And then Rocky goes, Paulie goes, yeah, you stink. You want to help? I got you with my sister. And you can't even help me get a job with Gazzo. And he starts hitting the meat, right? That's hanging up in the lockers. He's like, you stink, Rocky. And Rocky looks at him. And he moves him over, and Rocky starts classic shots of him hitting the meat, going to town on this fucking like rib in this freezer, and he's just fucking, his hands are all bloody after from the the fucking
Bones and stuff.
And then Paulie's like, yo, you're breaking the ribs, and he stops and he's breathing heavy, and he looks at him, and Paulie goes, you do that to Apollo Creed, they're gonna put us in jail for murder. And then they both like smile, I'll see you tomorrow, and he leaves, right? Every time they're about to get into it, I like it. Always something breaks the tension,
Right.
So Adrian's
Even though he's kind of a loser.
Oh, Paulie's the worst human being that exists.
Okay.
Clearly.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. And now thinking about it in a
Rocky
movie
IV?
in Rocky IV, it's not like he was not a loser then.
He's a piece of shit in that, ain't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he's just like, that's his thing. He's just a piece of shit.
Because you're like, oh, wait. So in Rocky 1, he's a piece of shit. And Rocky 4, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he never stops
What
being a
the
piece-
fuck happens in Rocky 2 and 3?
Yeah. He just stays a piece of shit, but with like different types of technology.
You will see as time goes on. And hopefully neither one of us die. So this podcast can continue.
What?
What?
I wouldn't mind.
Adrian's taking care of Rocky after training, right? She's trying to rub him down.
Right.
And then she's like, you want me to rub you down more? And then he's like, no, please, I'm sore. And then she starts trying to have some sex with him. And then he's like, stop, I'm tired. And then she's like, okay. And then she tries again. He's like, hey, no fooling before training or like before the fight. Seriously, I have to stay strong. And then she's like, okay. He's like, why don't you just go make the meat? And she's like, okay. And she grabs the meat and she walks off all pissed. And he looks over and he's like, he's such a good guy.
Right.
Immediately he's like, and he comes over, he's like, I'm sorry. And he gives her a hug. He's like, I'm so sorry. And he just gives her, he says, I love you. And you can tell he's like, oh, he loves this woman so much, bro.
Right.
He never wants to make her feel any way like her brother did.
Right.
And then the next day he's training with Mickey. And Mickey's telling him how that balance is, off and blah, blah, blah. And he ties a rope to a string and telling him, if he can hit this bag as hard as he can without breaking the rope, then he'll be ready to go, right? So he's working on it. And then right then Mickey tells him, by the way, this pet shop girl, I don't want none of that. You hear me? Women weaken legs. And then Rocky's like, what do you mean? Come on, man. I like this girl, Mick. Well, then let her train ya. And then Rocky smiles. He's like, okay. Women weaken legs. And he starts like laughing to himself.
That's funny. That's a funny thing to say.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let her train you. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Great comeback also.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, are you listening? Am I your trainer? Or are you fucking talking back to me?
Women weaken legs. The Tanya Harding story.
Oh. Give me some. You're funny sometimes. That was really good. So he runs home, right? And Adrian, she's waiting for him as when he gets to his house. And she's like, hey, what are you doing here? And then she's like, you look beautiful. And you tell she's all more confident. She's got like a nice jacket on.
Right.
She's like, I got you something. He's like, you got something for me? And then she gives him a dog, this big ass dog that you've seen in the shop earlier that he clearly liked.
Right.
You know, he's like, oh, Butkus. Oh, she's like, I thought his name's Butkus.
Yeah.
Butkus. And she's like, it'd be company for you for when you run. He's like, oh, hell yeah, thank you. And then you see the next day he's running with the dog, right?
Right.
Philly, and everybody's like, oh, come on, go, Rock. People are cheering for him. You know, he's getting behind him, you know? So he goes to the meat shop again. And when he goes to the meat shop that day, the news crew's there. He's like, oh, what the hell? And then Paulie tells him he called the news crew, blah, 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 so he could train in front of him. He hooked it up. It'd be good publicity. And Rocky's like, you're so stupid. I don't want this. I don't want that kind of publicity. Just let me fight. I don't want any kind of this stuff, Paulie. And he's like, Paulie, goddamn, he wants to kill him. And then right when Paulie says something that makes him smile. And he's like, oh, God, you're the worst, right? And then they go inside. So they go in, and then he goes up to the news lady, and I love it. It made it so human. He goes, hey, I'll give you the interview. You can ask what you want. Just no cheap shots. And she's like, okay, no cheap shots. Which I like because he asked so humanly, like, hey,
Sounds
I'll do
like
this.
There might be a cheap shot coming.
No.
Oh, really?
I'll even ruin it for you. No, she respects. Because she even answers in a way that, like, you're like, oh, she's not going to do it.
Okay.
They're rooting for him.
Oh, yeah, he's the local guy.
He's the local guy. So
yeah.
everybody's behind, like, the news crew would be behind him in this.
Yeah.
So, you know, they go, you know, Rocky, we got Rocky Balboa here, and we're here to talk about his unusual training method. Rocky, would you give us a demonstration? And he's like, oh, absolutely. And then he starts fucking the meat up, right? Hitting this meat. Boom, just going to town on it. Pans out through a TV. You see Apollo's trainer watching. Behind Apollo's trainer is a bunch of businessmen, and they're talking money. They're talking like not even about the fight. They're talking about like business ventures like they made like with Coca-Cola and shit and blah, blah, blah. And like, well, you're doing well in the Ireland markets. We can do a commercial out there or something like that. They're saying crazy things like that, right? And he's like, okay. And then as he's talking all this shit, his trainer goes, hey, champ, you might want to come over here and take a look at this boy that you're going to fight. He kind of means business. And then champ goes, yeah, I mean business too. And he keeps talking money, right? And then the trainer keeps watching like, oh, shit, Rocky's just fucking this meat up. All right, the trainer, you can see he's getting nervous.
Even the meat doesn't play defense, huh?
Not in this movie. So at his house, Rocky is complaining about Paulie to Adrian. Right? He's just complaining about, you know, he got this news thing and blah, blah, blah. And he's always just doing stuff I don't want him to do. Paulie walks in shit-faced and overhears. Okay? And Adrian, he starts going off on Rocky. You bum, you're going to lose. You know, just starts saying mean shit. And Adrian goes, don't talk to him like that, Paulie. Like, she stands up before even Rocky even has to, right? And then Paulie grabs a bat. And he goes, huh? You going to do something? I gave you my sister. I give you meat every morning. You're a loser.
I gave you my sister?
Says that, yeah, he's drunk as shit. He's shit-faced. And he starts smashing his own house.
Your sister's pimp? The fuck?
Dude,
Paulie's gave
fucked.
You my sister?
Gave you my sister.
Oh, God. To look at your own sister like that, like she's yours to give, is insane.
And he's yelling at Adrian about how you owe me. And then she finally grabs him and gets on him. She goes, what do I owe you, Paulie? I cook for you. I clean. I take care of you, Paulie. I owe you nothing. And that whole time you made me feel like a loser. Well, I'm not a loser, Paulie. I'm not a loser. And then he starts crying. He goes, yeah, well, you're busted. You're not a virgin. And then she goes, ah! And she runs off crying. And then Rocky gets on top of him, about to kill him. And Rocky stops. And Paulie's like, I'm sorry. He's just crying. He's just a drunk. You know, and Rocky's very forgiving this whole movie. If you haven't noticed. Every time something happens, even in the beginning, we're supposed to break a guy's thumbs. He's like, just fucking.
Jesus Christ. But someone needs to kick this guy's ass.
Someone needs to kick Paulie's ass.
Yeah.
And so he fucking lets him go. And he walks back into the room with Adrian. And Adrian's sitting there. And Adrian looks up. She goes, you want a roommate? And Rocky's like, absolutely. And they both smile. I love this couple because they are like, oh man, she's like, oh wow, they
fuck with each other.
They're in love, bro. Yeah. Two people like, oh wow, these people actually like love each other,
right? Like
legit. But you see it in Rocky IV. There's at no point in Rocky IV where you're like, oh, you know, the whole time. I love about this character is that he fucking loves his wife.
And Creed too.
He loves his wife.
He sits by the grave.
You're right. He loves his wife. Bro.
He loves her. Yeah.
So Mickey's training him, right? And he's like, you're going to eat lightning. You're going to crap thunder. That classic line.
Right.
And Paulie comes in right there to talk to him, right? And he says how he can make money in advertising for him, blah, blah, blah. And he looks at him. He goes, all right, Paulie. He goes, oh, I'm not doing anything, but if you can make money off my name and some advertising, go make some money. Paulie's like, thanks, Rock. And he leaves. So that Rocky music kicks in. Hardcore. Classic shots of him running through Philly, right? Montage starts.
Right,
He's working out, baby.
montage!
It's goats. Are you ready?
Yeah, montage.
So the cities, of course, he's running. They're all happy for him,
Right.
cheering for him. He's fucking doing one-arm push-ups, training hard now, dun, 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 fighting hard. Dun, 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 dun. But I can't imagine. I thought about this, seeing this part of the movie, because you haven't seen this before.
Right.
You hadn't seen a workout montage before.
Oh yeah, and be like, what is it?
Imagine being in the theaters when this is just a phenomenon. Everybody's telling you to go see it.
Yeah.
So your boy already saw it. He's like, bro, you gotta go see it, bro. Oh, dude, I'm like, it's the best movie I've ever seen. I mean, he's gonna have you crying. Everything about it is just perfect for sports. And you go see it, bro. And you're in the think about how you feel. But just seeing a montage for the first time, a training montage as a guy. Your dick is so hard.
Yeah.
It's the hardest your dick's ever been. Hardest dick you've ever had.
Maybe.
Close.
Yeah,
Close.
maybe.
A good training montage. Dude, a good montage will get you going.
Fucking.
Rocky 4?
Yeah, hard as diamonds.
Dude.
Yeah.
Creed 2?
Ooh.
Remember he's in the tires?
When he's in the tire? Yeah.
Come on, man. I'm
yeah.
saying a good montage, bro. I don't give a fuck if the movie's bad.
Good montage hypes you up.
Hypes you
Hypes
up. That's what I'm
you
saying.
up.
I'm seeing this in
Yeah.
the theater for the first time and you've never seen this?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
That's true. I wonder if there's been a great montage in a bad movie. Maybe that's what Cat in the Hat was missing.
Yeah.
It's a training montage.
Just a good training montage.
Yeah.
So, great shots of him running. And then it's great shot, a class shot of him running by the ship. And he starts sprinting and he's going faster and faster. And he gets all the way to the stairs and he starts running up the stairs. And he gets to the top and it fucking.
the famous shot, right? Yeah.
Gonna fly, fly, fly. Slow-mo cut. God, bro, everybody knows that shit, though. That shit's so ingrained, I'm sure in people's, but that's just that.
Yes.
And it's because, And so it's the night before the fight. Mm-hmm. He goes to the arena, looking up at the fucking, where the Sixers play.
Right.
And he walks around the ring, and he's taking it all in. And he looks at a match, the picture of Apollo hanging down.
Right.
And the other side is a massive picture of him. And then right then the promoter guy walks in, the white dude. He's like, hey, Rocky, what are you doing here? And he goes, hey, Mr. Juergens, the painting's wrong. I'm supposed to be wearing white pants with red stripes. They got me with red and white. And the guy's smoking a cigar. And he smiles. Does it matter? Just put on a good show, kid. Walks off. Such a boss move, I thought of. Like, a promoter would be like, hey, bro, you're not Apollo.
Yeah. You don't get to pick.
We don't give a fuck.
Yeah, the hand of God placed you here. Would be happy.
But I get Rocky's just nervous. You're just, imagine you're there for the arena before the fight in the middle of the night. You're fucking nervous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're also, you're not, just all the things I can't imagine running. You're about to fight in a sold out arena. You've been
Right.
fighting in clubs your whole life.
Right. Yeah.
Bar
yeah.
fights, pretty much.
Yeah. Just like a little more official bar.
You're
fight.
also fighting the champion of the world.
Yeah, you should. And you're like, oh fuck, I have no chance. You're probably thinking that.
Oh, Lord, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not, man. You're human. You're only human. So, he goes home and he wakes up Adrian.
Yeah.
And he's sitting on the edge of the bed. She's like, everything okay? I can't beat him. She goes, what? I'm not in the guy's league. I can't beat him, Adrian. She's like, well, what do we do? He's like, I don't know. And he lays down and she like caresses him. She's like, it's going to be okay. You're going to do great. And he goes, it don't matter if I win or lose. If this fight, he can open my head. All I want to do is go the distance. And he starts tearing up. No one has ever gone that far with Creed. No one's ever gone 15 rounds with him. If that bell rings and I'm still standing, for the first time in my life, I won't just be another bum from the neighborhood. And she hugs him. Next day, the arena's filling in.
Oh shit.
Here we go. All right. Apollo, you see him getting taped up. You see Rocky getting taped up. Cut back and forth, locker room to locker room. You know, they're both inhaling in the nose, getting the Vaseline on their eye. You know what I mean? For the cut, they're both getting, fucking taped up, ready to go, right? Apollo's got the classic, America trunks on, the ones he wore.
Right.
In the fight. So they put on a nice Italian stallion robe now. Now he's got a dope red one, right?
Right.
And Adrian, she grabs him, she hugs him, she's like, I'm going to wait here for you. And he goes, how about you wait here? How about I wait here and you fight? And then she laughs and she's like, wish me luck. He's like, I'll need it. And she's like, good luck. And he walks out. And then Mickey's like, what's this on your back of your robe? And it says like somebody's meat shop.
Right.
Because Paulie sold the advertising, remember?
Right.
And he's like, oh, Paulie sold it for advertising. He's like, what'd you get for it? He's like, Paulie gets $3,000. I get the robe. And Mickey just laughs, like hilarious. Right?
Yeah, that's a funny deal.
And so they walk out.
Yeah.
And then as they're walking out, the announcer's like, and here comes Rocky Balboa. And he's kind of getting some cheers. He's getting some cheers, not a lot. He's getting like the amount of local people that would be there to cheer for him.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the announcers say he's a 50-1 underdog. And they talk about how he's lost 20 fights.
50-1?
50-1.
Only? That's pretty good odds for someone who's never fought professionally.
Well, he fought. No, he has professional fights. All those fights are professional.
Oh, they're professional fights.
Yeah, all those fights are professional.
Okay.
His record's like 38-20.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, but he lost a lot by KO.
Okay.
They're all professional fights.
Okay.
All right. And the projections, of course, he won't last 3 rounds.
Right.
All right. So Apollo comes out with a band, a boat, and he's dressed like George Washington.
Okay, same old
and
Apollo.
He's throwing out quarters.
Same old Apollo.
Crowd's going crazy.
Yeah.
Crowd's going crazy.
That's what you gotta do. I think to really be that promoter type guy, like those top boxers, like Adesanya
Floyd
does.
Mayweather.
Adesanya, he does things.
Yeah, he's excited. He did a whole walkout. Dude. It was awesome.
He does walkout things. Floyd
He
Mayweather.
does cool anime poses, different things that are from anime cartoons.
Yeah.
And he'll talk about it, and it's that's cool.
Specifically from this one anime I saw as a kid, so it's crazy. That's still in my life. It's one of those oh wow, that's crazy that's
That
still
connected to
around.
him.
Yeah. He bought a new car today. I just saw.
I saw that Shih Tzu, whatever.
Yeah, and he named it after a character on the show, and it's oh wow.
No, he's
wild.
into that shit.
Yeah.
But it makes it cool when you're a fighter just has a personality.
Yeah.
You got to let me know your personality.
Oh, Floyd Mayweather talks shit.
Yeah, Floyd Mayweather talks shit. That's his personality.
Yeah.
McGregor talk shit.
Talk shit. You need something.
You gotta have something, dude. Ali talks shit.
Oh, Ali.
Well, that guy did it all, dude.
Yeah.
That guy didn't go to war.
Ali didn't talk shit. Ali talked poetry. That's
He's the reason all these guys talk shit.
Yeah.
But and if you're not gonna do that, sell Foreman grills. Figure it out, guys.
Yeah, you're right.
And George Foreman found a way to stay relevant and make more money than all these niggas forever.
And then name all his kids George.
The man.
Yeah. Except for Georgina.
What a
only
bitch.
one that doesn't name.
No, she's awesome.
Yeah, it's on her.
Okay. Oh, good. That was great.
All right. So he's the entrance.
All right, he's George Washington.
Right.
Full wig, the whole thing. He's on the boat. People are going
Crossing
crazy.
the Delaware.
Yeah. He's crossing the Delaware.
Yeah.
He gets in the ring and he takes that off and he he has an Uncle Sam outfit under and he puts on an Uncle Sam hat.
Oh, even funnier.
And
there's a part 2.
Yeah,
even
and
funnier.
Rocky's looking at him, right, and just kind of warming up. And he's like, he looks like a big flag. And then Creed's like, I want you, Stallion, I want you. And he's yelling at the crowd, he's out in 3. I'll knock him out in 3, right? And then right then the announcer goes, Happy New Year's, ladies and gentlemen. And then he go, before we start this fight, we'd like to bring out the champion of Philadelphia, your local town hero, the real king, Mr. Smokin' Joe Frazier. And then the actual Joe Frazier comes out. Crowd goes nuts.
Crazy. Yeah.
The guy they actually should have a statue in Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's really funny. Yeah.
He says to Bill Burr said that in that classic. That's one of the in that classic where he's yelling at Philadelphia thing.
Yeah.
He's going off about how they suck. He's like, you have a fucking statue of Rocky? There's a real human being that did all that. His name's Joe Frazier, you racist fucks. You couldn't make a black statue, which is true. They'd rather have a movie person than the actual guy who lived the life.
Right. The real hometown hero.
Yeah.
It's this guy this fake guy who I'm gonna venture to say isn't from Philadelphia.
Probably from New Jersey.
Yeah. If I had to guess, not from Philadelphia.
So the announcers, Joe Frazier walks up to Rocky,
Yeah.
and he's like, what's going on, Rock? Nice to meet you. And Rocky's like, nice to meet you, Joe.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, don't hurt my man too much. And Rocky's like, okay. And then he goes up to Apollo, and Apollo's like, you're next, Joe. You're next, Joe. And Joe's like, I want that fight. And they act like, he's like,
Yeah.
you're next. And they kind of joke it up, and Rocky's like, oh, they must be friends. Like, you can tell he's kind of nervous.
Right.
And so Joe walks out the ring, and then finally the announcer's like, and now the main event. In the blue corner. What?
It would be really funny if this movie made you sit through all the undercards. Like,
Yo.
how just, like, hilarious would it be?
That's hilarious for any movie, bro.
Yeah.
If a movie made a nigga sit through all the undercards, that's just really, really motherfucking funny.
Yeah, right?
It's just really fucking funny.
So like, oh god, the pacing of this movie really took a turn, huh? It went from good pace to being really slow.
Real slow. What happened? So the announcer, it's the main event. Blah, blah, blah. In this corner, we have the Italian stallion, Rocky Balboa. A couple people cheer. And then, people, and then it shows people watching it like at home and in bars, and they're going crazy.
Right.
Rocky. And he goes, and now your champion, the undefeated 46-0.
Oh.
The master of disaster,
Oh.
the heavyweight champion of the world, Apollo Creed. Crowd goes absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts, right? And Apollo talks more shit. I want you. And then they touch gloves for the fight, and Apollo's talking trash, and then he's checking his hair, and he's just disrespecting him.
Right.
And then the fight starts.
Okay.
Right? Creed's just tagging him. Bow. Jabs. Bow. Bow. Left hand. Bow. Bow, just tagging him, right? Just keeps tagging him. And then Rocky swings and he misses wildly, right? Tags him a bunch more. Bow, bow, bow. The announcers are like, oh, he looks terrible. This fight's definitely not going to last long. Right then, Rocky connects. Bam! Knocks him down. Oh, my God. He just knocked down the champ in the round one.
Woo.
He's out cold. Knocked him out. Oh, my God, this is the first time Apollo's ever been down in his career. First time. Crowd's going absolutely crazy.
Right.
1, 2, 3. Rocky's like, can you do? Apollo gets up slow. 4, 5, 7. He gets up at 8.
Hey. Oh wow.
All right?
Yeah.
Gets up at 8. He's fucking like, you okay? Rena's going nuts. Rocky comes right back at him like a bull. Apollo just starts tagging him again with jabs. Keep him away from him. Tag, tag, tag. No defense, no defense. Tag,
defense.
tag, tag.
Yeah, no defense.
No defense. So he
Cut to a picture of Rocky 10 years later, just can't get a spoon into his mouth.
So he finally knocks Rocky messes up his body a little bit.
Yeah.
And then he finally knocks Rocky down, but it's the end of the first round.
End
so
of the
it's
first
not a
round.
knockdown.
Yeah,
All right?
okay.
So Mickey comes to Mickey, goes, Mickey, my nose. He goes, your nose is broke, kid. He goes, it's broke? How's it look? It's an improvement. Right? And he fixes him up. And then the Apollo's trainer goes, hey, you got to stop jucking and jiving. He doesn't know it's a show. He thinks this is a fight. Right? And Apollo's like, okay. Like, you can tell he's like,
Oh, okay.
Also, the trainer was like, hey, this is
I
real.
told you about this. I told you about this.
I
Yeah,
said
yeah.
this guy is not, to you, this is a money business venture.
For him, it's everything.
This is a fight. This is a dog fight.
Yeah.
This is everything,
Yeah,
man.
this is why I said this is a bad idea for him.
He's putting his heart on the line. You're just fighting.
Yeah, he has so much more to gain from this. And he has nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose. You can bash my head open, bro. I'm not going to let you knock me out.
Yeah.
So we're going to go toe to toe, baby.
Yeah. You have everything to lose and nothing to gain.
Nothing to gain.
Except money. Which you were going to get regardless. You're the
Regardless of
champ.
who you fought.
Yeah, you're the champ.
You should have fought some guy who's actually a contender who you say to is scared, who I'm going to beat the shit out of because they're worried about their record
Yeah.
and all these other, they're worried about getting hurt. They're worried, all these other things they're worried about.
Yeah.
This guy has zero worries.
Yeah.
You can kill him tonight.
Yeah.
He's okay with that.
Yeah.
He's come to terms with that.
Uh-huh.
That's just a scary nigga to fight.
Yep. And you did it.
So, second round, Apollo's messing him up real quick, right? And he's talking lots of shit to Rocky, and it pisses Rocky off. And then Rocky's like, come on. Rocky's just like, come on, as he's fucking him up.
Yeah.
And he keeps fucking him up more. And then by the end of the second, Rocky fucks him up. Just hitting him in the body, right? And then Rocky's talking more shit like, come on, Creed, come on. Right? And then Creed's looking at him. We jump to the 7th round.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so we're here.
Oh, shit. Fuck the undercards. We don't get rounds 3 through 6.
Oh, no, we're here, baby. We ain't fucking around. 7th round. Both men are now bloody. Rocky's fucked up way more.
Right.
But Apollo's swollen eye, bloody
Yeah.
lip, like, he's in a fight.
Yeah, he had no idea that he was
The
gonna
judges
hang
are also now judging this. Like, hey, no, and Rocky's looking good out there. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like, the
right.
Italians, like, you can tell now they're like, oh, we got this is epic.
This is a thing. This is a
gonna
thing.
be history.
Yeah. Even if he doesn't win at this point, it's already
he
there.
He can get knocked out the 9th round.
Yeah.
This is a historic evening.
So already Rocky is furthered his career.
Oh, he's
20-fold.
he's fighting a real fighter again now.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
next fight, he's gonna actually make money.
Yeah.
For sure.
And he'll be considered a contender. Crazy.
Maybe not an actual like a ranked contender,
But, like,
in
but-
the eyes of the boxing community, yes.
And then in the eyes of the community, in the
world.
eyes of the world, they'll be like, "Oh, we want that
World.
rematch."
People want a rematch, and I want to see that guy again who was a nobody. I like him.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
took Apollo to the fucking seventh round.
Yeah.
and like took him to the seventh round.
Yeah, yeah.
And also, he
Knocked him down.
knocked him down in the
First
knocked him
round.
out in the first round.
Yeah.
and to 8, you are already
You were
like
there. You were there. Who is
this?
this
My
guy?
favorite guy.
Yeah.
It makes sense. There's this many Rockies
Right.
because even in the world of this boxing world,
He's a phenomenon.
he'd
now.
be a phenomenon.
Yeah.
So, both Rocky standing strong. Cut to the 13th round.
Jesus
Both men
Christ.
are fucked up.
Yeah.
All right,
Dude, boxing matches go 13 anymore?
they go 15.
They go 15. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So Rocky is still, his body's fucked up, or they go 12 sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was 12.
So Creed, Rocky, he's fucking his body up. Creed can't breathe. He can't breathe, right? He's just fucking him all the way into the 14th, right? They go sit down, right? He gets up.
Ooh. What did we miss?
Okay, no, he fucks his body up going to the 13th round.
Okay.
It's now the 14th round.
Okay.
Okay. The music kicks in, dun, 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 like it's getting louder, right?
Right.
And he knocks him. Rocky's fucking his body up, and he knocks him down, and he fucks, and then Apollo starts fucking Rocky up, right? And he's fucking him up. Dun, 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 the music kicks in, and he starts fucking Rocky up, and he fucking knocks Rocky down. Knocks him down, right? Rocky's out cold. And it's over. Creed puts his hands up, and he's dead. And everybody's like, that's it. And da-na-na-na, da-na-na. And 1, 2, da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na, 3, 4, 5. Mickey goes, stay down, kid. Stay down. He looks up. Da-na-na. Adrian's watching from the back. She's scared. Da-na-na. 7, 8, 9. Rocky gets up. Rocky looks over at Creed. He's like this. Come on. Creed's just like, and then the announcer's like, Creed can't believe it. He can't believe it. Rocky got up. And they start fighting again. Rocky fucks his body up more. Boom, cracks one of Creed's ribs. Ding, 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 ding. 14th ends. They go to their corner.
Woo!
We got ourselves a movie, bro.
We got ourselves a fucking everything right now. I am erect. Let's do this.
You ready for the 15th?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they tell Apollo's corners telling him, hey, you got to stop this fight. Your ribs are cracked. You got to stop. You stop this fight, I'll kill you. You ain't stopping this fucking fight.
Okay, so we were setting up his character.
You ain't stopping this fight.
Yeah.
I mean, also for Creed, you
Cannot
cannot.
stop this fight.
You cannot stop this fight.
No, he has to knock you out. He has to fucking kill you.
A, I'm not gonna lose if I last this round.
Right.
I win.
Yeah, he's gonna win on points for sure.
For sure, I win
Yeah.
on points.
Yeah.
But if I quit, I mean, I'm giving him the belt. Fuck no.
that. Yeah.
I get Creed. Also, it's like I'm not giving him the belt.
No.
He's gonna have to not kill me. He's gonna have to knock my lung out, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm not giving him the belt.
No.
So they're telling him. They tell Rocky, yo, Rocky, we gotta stop this fight. 'Cause Rocky can't see. I mean, he's fucking eyes done.
Right.
Eyes, he's fucking fucked up. He's like, it says the same thing. Mickey, you stop this fight, I'll kill you. You stop this fight, I'll kill you. I get also for him, it's like I'll die.
Right.
What do I got to lose, baby?
Right.
So they fucking get in the center of the ring. They start the fight. They both look dead, right? They're both absolutely beaten to death. And the announcer's like, both men are staggering in the ring. Literally, they're both like this, just fucking looking at each other, right? And Apollo tags him, right? Fucks him up a little bit, right? Hits him a couple times, some jabs. Rocky dodges one, gets him right in the ribs. Boom! Boom! Fucks his ribs up again. Fucks his ribs up. He can't protect himself. He's fucking Apollo up. He's about to knock him out. He fucking hits him. Apollo's hands are down. He fucking hits him again. Ding, 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 ding. They fucking latch up to each other. The fight's over. Everybody rushes in the ring. He's holding Rocky up. They're hugging each other. Apollo, ain't gonna be no rematch. Ain't gonna be no rematch. Rocky, I don't want one. Da-da-da. Music kicks in. Da-da-da. Love that ending, dude.
Right.
Da-da-da. Fucking he's screaming. Everybody comes in. Rocky, well, we took him to a split decision. How does it feel? Adrian!
That's gonna make me cry.
Bro,
100%.
da-da-da. She's like, Rocky! She's running to try to get to the ring. Everybody's rushing the ring. Da-da-da-da. All right, and now your judges, what's the decision? They scored, 8-7. Creed scores at 7-8. Balboa. You know, Adrian. Music's still going, right? You hear the guy announcing in the background.
Right.
You see Creed, he's fucked up. And your last judge scoring it 7-8. And still champion of the world, Apollo Creed. As Apollo holds his hands up, they show Rocky. Rocky's hugging Adrian. I love you. I love you. She's like, I love you. Freeze frame on him. Rocky, nigga.
What a great place to end it.
That's how the first one ends.
What a great
Right
place
there.
to end it.
Yep. Right? Perfect. Absolutely perfect sports movie. I mean, Rudy in this, man, I don't know. You can go back and forth between just, we're absolutely perfect. The ending just every time gets you. You're just, bro, when he gets up, I teared up when that nigga got up in the 14th.
Yeah.
He gets up in the 14th, he's like this, and then
that-
Apollo's like,
That ending is gonna make me tear
I
up
mean,
for
oh,
sure.
Lord.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And then all the things in the beginning just get you in your heartstrings, too. You saw Rocky for the first time, bud.
Kind
How's
of.
it fe-
I'm
kinda.
about to see Rocky for the first time.
How's it feel that you kind of saw it?
Oh, good. It feels like a release. Feels like, I needed this. I needed to watch this movie. This is one of those movies like, you gotta show this to your kid.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, this is one of those. This is
This
like
and
up there with
Babe.
Rudy. Yeah, and Rudy. More than Babe.
No,
Rudy
show
more
Babe
than
to your
Babe.
kids. Babe's a horror film.
Is it?
It's scary as fuck to me.
Oh, they had that dog that was like a war veteran.
Oh, shit, dude. Hey, we saw Rocky. Thanks for watching it with us.
Rocktober, baby.
Rocktober! Come back next week, you fucking beaners. We love you.